Wow! Welcome to this absolutely dope looking opening. Frontier, I like that opening, that's good. Oh! Bam, 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 bam. Anyway, welcome to F1 Manager 22. I am in the middle of setting up a poll for Twitch because I had a poll in the comment section of my YouTube videos and it didn't go too well. I put all the teams down and said who we're managing. Mercedes and Aston Martin both shared 33% of the vote between them. They both had the same percentage on the votes. But to read their user agreement. Okay, hang on a minute. Just read it. Don't judge me. I'm reading this, okay? I'm actually reading this. I am the world's quickest reader. I'm good. So good, I'm reading it. I read that. So good. Alright, so let me just get the poll set up. So I'm going to put two options. I'm not going to put them all in. I'm just going to put Mercedes and Aston Martin because they tied on vote. So I'll go team we are managing. Mercedes. There you go. You want to vote? Put in exclamation mark Mercedes for Mercedes and exclamation mark Aston Martin for Aston Martin. I didn't plan on creating a poll to start this off. I was planning on doing it in the YouTube description. But when the YouTube poll ended 33% Mercedes, 33% Aston Martin, it's just like, oh, I've got to do this now, don't I? Eddie, exclamation mark McLaren is not an option. Exclamation mark McLaren is not an option. McLaren is not an option. McLaren only got like 40% of the vote. Exclamation mark McLaren is not an option, Els. You can't vote for McLaren. It's Mercedes or Aston Martin. McLaren got like... Wait, what did McLaren actually go? Flick over and check Mercury. Mercury. McLaren only got 12% of the vote. You can't be voting for McLaren. Aston could be a good challenge. It could actually, Lily, it could. Right, so the poll's got a minute on it. So poll's got a minute left on it. So what we'll do is I'll just go through and check some settings. Pause radio, don't show you, fine. Streaming. Replace licensed music. Okay. I don't know what that is, but thank you. I'll have that. That'll keep the DMCA away. Enable subtitles. You mean enable? Oh, I can change the color. Oh, I can change the color, so I can make it like a yellowy kind of color. Ooh, that's interesting. I'm gonna keep it default, but that's interesting. Mono audio. I don't know what that is. Doing, you press anything. Enable subtitles. What subtitles am I enabling? What subtitles are we enabling here? Fine, fuck it. Turn subtitles on. I don't know what subtitles we're enabling, but enable them. 20 seconds left on the poll. What we doing if it's 50-50? If it's a 50-50 poll, I'm literally just gonna stick Aston Martin and Mercedes into a random name generator, and whichever one it plucks out is the team we manage. That's literally what I'm planning on doing. Let me just wait, hang on. Let me just send a tweet, because I'm tweeting personally about the stream. Because Stream Elements is having a booky ass time. Because Stream Elements has been all booky. I don't know what Stream Elements is doing. Like recently, very recently, I have not been able to get Stream Elements to update my tweet. Even though I am updating it, it's not doing it. So I'm just gonna... There we go. I've put I'm live with F1 Manager, a link to my Twitch, and a GIF saying I'm live on Twitch, which appears on the Nintendo Switch. And let's see. Poll is finished. What are the results? Ooh! Oi! 49% Mercedes, 51% Aston. Okay. Aston Martin it is. Let's start a new career with
Formula One, a sport
Aston
that
Martin.
spans hearts, minds and nations, where the 20 best drivers in the world come together to take on some of the world's most historic circuits. And that legacy continues today. The 2021 championship was thrilling from start to finish, and 2022 is set to be even better. New regulations will usher in an age of pioneering changes. New driving talent alongside returning champions will be dueling it out to the bitter end. The pressure will be on the team principals in the upcoming season as they manage their drivers, their cars and the whole team to push to victory. This is not a challenge for the faint-hearted. This is Formula One.
Oh, that was good. You loved that opening. I did as well. That was really cool.
Mercedes returned to F1 in 2010, and since
Oh, hello.
2014 they've won the Constructors' Championships back-to-back every year. In 2021 they took home the Constructors' Championship once more, although they narrowly missed out on the Drivers' Championship, coming in second. Heading into 2022, Mercedes will insist on dominating the competition. Nothing less than the fastest car and the most wins will give the Silver Arrows the outcome they want to see at the end of this new season and beyond.
So far, it's not worked out for them, though, has it? So far, they haven't really worked that out. They're a bit kind of bad. They haven't really adapted to this new car very well so far. I mean, they've got a few podiums under the belt. They're getting there. They're getting there. Mercedes are getting there, and I think by the end of the actual season, Mercedes are going to be at a point where they're good enough to be, you know, in the team and be maybe fighting Red Bull next year. Because Ferrari, they're already out of it. They're a clown show. They started off their season well, but they've just finished it. They're a clown show now. We move on.
The Red Bull team burst onto the F1 scene in 2005, and ever since 2009, they've been one of the top 3 teams in the championship. Last season ended brilliantly for them. Max Verstappen won the prestigious Drivers' Championship, and Red Bull are flying high once more. Heading into 2022 under the right leadership, Red Bull could find themselves heading up the pack once more. They'll certainly be hoping to end the season with not 1 but 2 championship trophies for their cabinets back home in Milton Keynes.
And to be honest, I think they will. I think they've already won the Constructors' title, Red Bull, this year. Ferrari's so far off in every sense that Red Bull just already win.
Ferrari have entered Formula One every year since the World Championship began back in 1950. They still hold the most championship titles of any team. The team had a solid season in 2021, securing 3rd place in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari are very much in it to win it. With strong leadership over the 2022 season and beyond, expect to see them fighting for those podium places. If all goes well, they'll be aiming for that top spot as the seasons progress.
Season objective, first. I don't think anybody's told Matteo Binotto that one. I don't think Matteo Binotto knows that's the season objective, to be honest.
McLaren are a cornerstone of F1, having been part of the sport since 1966 and winning numerous drivers and constructors championships over the years. Last season they came a respectable 4th overall, with Daniel Ricciardo and Lando Norris securing the only 1-2 finish of the season. The talented driver pairing of Ricciardo and Norris returns for McLaren this season, and one thing is certain, they're not going to settle until they're reigning champions once more. Alpine was a new name in 2021, bringing F1 drivers Fernando Alonso and Esteban Ocon.
Well, it wasn't really a new name, David. It was Renault rebranding.
Finished the 2021 season in 5th place in the constructors' standings, with their first race win secured by Ocon at the Hungarian Grand Prix. 2022 will be a formative season for Alpine as they return with the tried and trusted driver pairing of Alonso and Ocon. In a few years' time, with the right leadership, they could well become championship contenders.
Okay.
AlphaTauri,
AlphaTauri, the sister Red Bull team.
2020. They're renowned for being the proving ground for talented
Used to
new
be Toro
F1
Rosso.
drivers. Last season, they ended in 6th overall. Driver Pierre Gasly also earned them an impressive podium finish in Baku. Heading into 2022, the team continue to develop their current driver pairing of Yuki Tsunoda and Gasly. They'll want to continue scoring regular points and begin working their way past the other midfield contenders.
Here's the team
2021
we're
was
picking.
Aston Martin's first full season in Formula One. They roared onto the scene with Sebastian Vettel, the legendary four-time world champion, in one of those coveted driving seats. Despite some teething problems in testing, Aston Martin gave a solid showing and finished the season in 7th place overall. Heading into 2022 with Lance Stroll and Vettel behind the wheel, Aston Martin have the potential to become regular podium contenders. But it's going to take strong leadership and shrewd investment to get them there.
Are we just going through our teams? Yeah, this wasn't a plan, but when David Croft started talking about Mercedes, I thought, yeah, fuck it, just go through them all.
Williams is a legendary name in F1, winning 9 Constructors' Championships in their heyday. The Williams family sold the team in 2020, and the 2021 season saw them fighting well from start to end. They finished 8th overall, thanks to some incredible performances by George Russell in his last year as a Williams driver. In 2022, Williams have Nicholas Latifi and new signing Alex Albon, returning to F1 after a year away to make up their driver team. The pressure is on for them to up their performance this season and push their way back towards those midfield places. Alfa Romeo boast an impressive Formula One history, dating right back to 1950 when they won the very first Drivers' World Championship. However, 2021 saw them finish in 9th overall, with no podium finishes to their name. The team usher in 2022 with a brand new driver lineup. They're joined by F1's first ever Chinese race driver, Zhou, as well as veteran Valtteri Bottas, as they build their way back to becoming regular point scorers. Haas joined F1 back in 2016, and they've had a good start to their team career, peaking at 5th place in 2018. Last season they finished 10th, but they spent a lot of time and focus on designing their car for 2022 and strategizing for the future. Going into the 2022 season, Haas hope to have a strong car design under their belts. Coupled with hungry drivers, an ambitious team and strong leadership, they'll be pushing their performance and fighting their way back to the midfield.
So, let's pick them. Oh, wait, there's other stuff. Oh, there's other stuff. Hello. I didn't notice any of this. What's this? Car performance 3rd, drive performance 1st, staff performance 3rd. Your car performance is 2nd, 2nd driver, 2nd staff. Headquarters quality is 1st. Ferrari, you've got a car performance of 1st, drive performance of 3rd, staff one front here. Staff performance of 1 on Ferrari, you must be joking. But with questionable decisions and headquarters quality 3rd. McLaren, car performance 8th, drive performance 5th, 6th start performance, headquarters quality 4th. Team performance from Alpine. It must be said I hate your car. The Alpine car is terrible. Pink, I still hate it. 5th of 10th driver performance, 4th 10th driver car 5th, staff 4th, headquarters quality 8th. AlphaTauri 6th car performance, 8th driver performance, 8th staff performance and headquarters 6th. The Aston Martin, our team, has a car performance of 9. Story are catastrophically terrible. Drive performance is 7th. Staff performance is bad. The headquarters quality is not bad though. Williams, the worst car. The 2nd worst drivers. The 2nd worst staff and pretty bad headquarters. Alfa Romeo's got good car performance, alright drivers. Kind of terrible staff and really bad headquarters. And Haas have got a not so great car, the worst driver performance, decent staff performance, and the worst headquarters performance. Interesting. Anyway, let's jump on in and do this. Aston Martin, this is going to be a challenge. Team, first name, forename. Bonk. There we go. Me! First time guidance enabled or disabled? To be honest, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm going to enable first time guidance because I've got no idea what I'm doing. These details can be added later. Shall I continue? Yes, it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. It's all good. Don't worry about it. I've turned on first time guidance. Well, I don't know what I'm doing.
Hi there. Nice to meet you. I'm Audrey Mensa, one of the team's senior engineers. Welcome to the team. It's great to have you on board.
Thanks, love. Good to see you.
We have great ambitions here at Aston Martin, and this upcoming season will be the time to achieve them. Let's show you the ropes.
Okay. See what
As
we've
our
got
new
to
team
do.
principal, you're responsible for a lot of aspects of the team. Everything from managing our team's growth, overseeing our finances, and deciding on race day strategies will be in your hands.
Okay.
You can keep an eye on most things from your dashboard here. I can take you through it now.
Okay then.
First up, an overview of the board. They're the ones who set the expectations for the team. If they're confident in your leadership, you'll be fine. If they lose confidence in you, however, they might look to replace you.
Okay then.
Board sets season objectives.
Not permanent job then.
Achieve. Reaching them will help keep confidence high, so be sure to familiarize yourself with what's expected. You'll want to keep an eye on the long-term objective for beyond this season as well.
What's that? Season objective 8 for above long-term objective points contender. So so the board of Aston Martin just want points. I should do a Lawrence Stroll and just copy other people's car. That's why Aston Martin is not working. They're just copying other people's car like madmen.
Okay then, let's look ahead to the race weekend. We need to start preparing for the next Grand Prix, which will be the first of the season.
Okay.
As it's your first day though, there's nothing urgent for you to address. Feel free to explore more, or you can select continue and sign off for the day. Once you do, time will pass. But don't worry about missing anything. You'll automatically sign back in if an important event comes up.
That's quite nice. So, what else have we got going? Inbox! Welcome to the team. If you do inbox, you get a tab out of checking your inbox regularly. You'll receive important emails from different sources. Okay.
This is your
Calendar.
calendar month. Pay attention to the events that have been marked. The race weekends have already been added for you. More events will get added as the season progresses.
Okay. So what's going on then? So we've got. What's this? Pre-season testing results. Ah. Oh, I see. It's pre-season testing. Ah. Oh, that's actually really clever. I like that menu system. Circuits. We just get a nice overview of all the circuits, apparently. That's interesting. So I can just go into it. So I can just like go into it and I can see stuff. I can get overview of the circuit. I can have a circuit map. Sections by speed. Well, that's actually really nice. Car attributes. I can see what each thing needs. Chances of safety cars and virtual safety cars versus losses in the pit lane. Expected strategies. Compound performance. Last year's race results. Oh, that's quite cute. I like that, last year's race results. I like that, you can kind of see last year's race results. Oh, that's really nice. So you can kind of see last year's race results. You got historic results. Sebastian Vettel getting a win. Powertrain usage. Okay. I like that, so you can kind of get detailed overviews of all the circuits. Which I think is quite nice, getting detailed overviews of all the circuits. Hey look, Monza, that's where we're going this weekend. Get an accurate forecast. Okay, so what's going on here then? Yeah, so that's all about high speed. Right. Race. Stop. I didn't mean to do that.
It's no longer your first day. We'll
I
have you on
didn't mean to do that. I meant to press the thingy button.
Continue moving through days this way until it's time for the race, which you can see in the upcoming events list. It's good to get in the habit of regularly checking.
I meant to look for the rest of the menus and I misclicked. I misclicked. I went to look for the rest of the menus. Race.
This is where you'll carry out your final preparations for the next race. We'll come back here later.
Oh, okay. Don't bother with that now. Performance targets. Driver's overview.
One of my favourite places. This is where the car builds happen, and where we develop and store our car parts. Throughout the season, you'll want to make sure the team are working on upgrading components, and that both cars are being kept in good repair. You can also use car analysis to compare our car builds to other teams.
I like that. That's pretty cool, actually. Car parts development. Oh, hello.
To start a project now, you'll need to commit money and engineering time. You'll be able to improve our car builds beyond their current performance.
Okay. Available engineers 10 of 10. Cost cap balance 113,000. 113 million. Okay. It's not a new project.
There are 3 different types of projects the engineering team can work on. We can design a new car part for use this season, manufacture copies of existing designs, or undertake research and develop our expertise for next season. Are you sure you want to start a new project now?
Ish. I would like to. So we've got designing, which is creating a brand new car part. Manufacture, so if I create a new car part, I can just redesign it as much as I want, apparently. And research. Unavailable to next season's regulation changes are confirmed. Research locked until 18th of April 2022. Oh, okay.
Okay, you want to get started with a design project.
What have we
These
got
car
then?
parts we can design and manufacture in-house. Each car part impacts different areas of a car's performance, but certain car parts will have a greater impact than others. You can also view our car performance by rank on grid. This is a useful comparison tool and lets you see how our performance compares to that of all the other cars on the grid.
That's a very good idea. Wait.
Take a look over the different car parts. The highlights indicate which performance areas they impact the most. Pick one that impacts the ratings you want to improve.
I mean, I don't think we're going to get any upgrades in for Bahrain, but if we could maybe get a new rear wing on for Saudi Arabia, that would increase us. We could increase our speed up a little. We can increase up our speed a little and get a higher speed. Get more acceleration and top speed stuff. Which I do think could be good, depends on how long it takes.
The team's expertise in making new car parts improves with experience, so each new design is likely to be better than an older one. Just make sure to check the new design against the one currently installed. Testing is also an important step in designing a new car part. Our testing time is limited throughout the season, and it's up to you to decide how much to commit to each design project.
Okay, wait, what's this?
If you assign some testing time to this design now, you can see what effect it will have on the car part. Once you've taken a look, let's continue.
Okay, wait, what's going on here? ATR periods. Your testing is limited in... Okay. Done in blocks. Aerodynamic restrictions. Okay, so I got 6 hours of MAU hours. And I don't get any more for 54 days. Oh, right, so it resets every 54 days. And I've got 80 hours in the wind tunnel, which resets every 54 days. Okay. Well, let's just... If we spend an hour in the CFD? No, let's just go for point 5 or 0.6. Go for 0.5 hours there. And we'll spend... We should spend 8 hours in the wind tunnel. Should we just do 8 hours in the wind tunnel? It's not really going to increase our high speed, but it is going to give us a bit more drag and low speed. Okay, do we ever increase our high speed? It does a little, it doesn't necessarily go up. But for us to really increase our high speed, we'd have to go for 9... Dirty air cornering at 9 hours, a bit more high speed. We might go with that, actually.
You can direct the engineering team to focus on specific areas of performance. F1 car parts are complex, and sometimes you'll have to sacrifice performance in one area to achieve gains in another.
Okay, what?
Over the season, we'll understand more about our car's performance, which will help you to guide the team's design focus. You can try altering the focus now if you like, or else stick with a balanced approach. When you're ready, continue with the process.
Okay. Focus preset. Balanced. High speed performance. That's going to make our low speed really... Oh! We're going to be really slow at low speeds, but... Oh my god, look at that jump in high speed. Look at that jump in high speed though. The drag reduction and that jump in high speed. That's actually pretty damn nice. We could optimize the aerodynamics a little bit. Ooh, maybe. Ooh. Ooh. Optimizing the aero, that's actually pretty nice because that gives us a lot more airflow and less drag. Oh, that's actually not too bad. That's actually not too bad. Why go for that?
As a final step before the team gets started on this design project, you need to decide how many engineers you want working on it. You should also decide what approach they should take.
Okay.
Bear in mind, these decisions will have an impact on the duration and cost of the project. When you're happy with everything, confirm the project and the team will get started.
Engineers. Wait, what? Available engineers 9 of 10. So we're gonna have 5 engineers. Oh. The quickest that's going to get done is 27 days from now. So possibly round 2? Let's get that on.
Nice work. That's the project started. If you check your calendar, you'll see the team have given you a delivery date for the design. Once it's complete, you'll be able to manufacture that part anytime. Continually designing new car parts is imperative to improving our team's performance and staying competitive on the track. Check out the car analysis area regularly to see how our cars compare to others on the grid.
Cool. Should we design a new part? Should we design another new part? What should we do? Should we just design a new part, maybe? No, the chassis? No. We want any new side pods or underfloor as a suspension. Maybe side pods. Go for a double wing. What? Front wing, rear wing? not go front wing and rear wing? I mean, we'll have a look. We'll have a look and we'll see. Okay, so what can we do? So if I was to just... I'm just going to wing this one. So that gives us drag reduction and... That's more airflow, maybe. But that gives us a bit more drag. Ooh, a bit more drag. But I could also maybe... I could optimize the aerodynamics. Race performance, that gives a little more airflow. I could optimize the cooling and I could give ourselves the best engine cooling on the grid. So that could be pretty good. So that's a possibility. That's a possibility. That's a possibility, I'm not gonna lie. Having the best engine, having a lot better engine cooling, possibility. We've got 6 hours. What have we got here? Optimized aerodynamics. Ooh, wait, that's the side pods again. What the fuck? I swear I clicked on the underfloor then. Because I just wanted to see what all the parts did. Balanced. Optimized aero. Ooh, that's going to give a bit more drag as well. That's going to improve our drag reduction massively. Our low speed would go down a bit, but our high speed would go up quite a bit on the underfloor. Cool. I'm just, scouting out our options. You said front wing hours, what does that do? Okay, so if I was to maybe optimize the cooling. Ooh, the brake cooling, ooh. That's actually low speed performance, that will put our high speed down completely, but our low speed will be top. Well, I don't think there's real much point going high speed performance now. I do think the side pods are a good investment, get those on. I'm thinking. Maybe that could be good. Because it gives us a bit more drag, but also that engine cooling is much improved. I'm going to go with that. It's going to be done in 25 days if we rush it. Okay. That's good. That's good.
This is where you'll find relevant information on the team's drivers and reserve driver, including their performance ratings and contract details. You can also scout for new drivers to make sure we have the best driver pairing we can.
Okay. So, if I'm not going to hire anyone, if I just scout, who can we take? Ayrton Simons, he's a free agent. He's age 20. Charles Leclerc. Daniel Ricciardo is in F1. Oh, pfft. David Schumacher is a free agent. I don't know who David Schumacher is. Oh god. I read that. I read that as David Beckham. I looked at the name below Daniel Ricciardo. I was like, David Beckham, free agent. But it's not. It's David Beckman. I read that as David Beckham. You did the same, did you, Ellie? We've got Dennis Hooger, F2. Enzo Fittipaldi, F2. Esteban Ocon. Felipe Drugovich. George Russell, there he is, my boy. There's my boy George Russell. Jack Aitken is the Williams reserve driver. F1. He's kinda not. He's kinda Formula E. But we'll go with it. Jacques Crawford, Prima Racing in F3. Jody Vips. Bit. Kevin Magnussen is in his house. Lawrence Stroll at Lando Norris. Lewis Hamilton. Who, after the Dutch Grand Prix, I feel sorry for. Like, I don't think he would have got the race win. But I think if the team put him on soft tyres like he asked for, he could have got a Mercedes 2-3 on the podium with George Russell being second. Because he could have at least held up Alonso. Which he wasn't able to do. Logan Sargent. There's old Mickey boy. Nicholas Latifi. What a feel of a seat next year at Williams. Nick De Vries. I find it so ironic that Nick De Vries is the Mercedes reserve driver for F1, whilst he also drives the Mercedes Formula E team. I don't know what it's called though, because I don't follow Formula E. Oscar Piastri. No longer an Alpine reserve driver, he is now driving for McLaren next year. Robert Kubica. What does he do these days? Stoffel Van Dorn will be interested in negotiations. That's interesting. Valtteri Bottas is apparently open to negotiations. Well, that's just bizarre. Why would Valtteri Bottas be open to notifications? Valtteri Bottas is like, yeah, sure, I'll join the worst team on the grid. Actually, as a random point, is Mick Schumacher? Mick Schumacher is. Max Verstappen obviously not interested. Of course he's not. Lando's interested. Lando would be interested in joining, which is bizarre. George is like, yeah, nah, I don't care. David Beckman, whoever he is. Whoever David Beckman is, he is. Daniel Ricciardo is open to negotiations. Alpha Leclerc. Could Alex Albon's open. That's fine. We don't need to hire anyone just now
It's not
anyway.
just the fastest car
I was just curious.
The best in F1. It's the people doing the hard work behind the scenes. Manage your staff from here, from department heads to your pit crew, and keep up to date on their performance.
Engineering team. Design center level 2. What? Okay. Scouting team. Scouting department level 1. Pit crew. Ooh. Wing adjustment. We don't need to really adjust wings right now. We'll just go for balanced for now. Scout key staff. Technical chief, head of aerodynamics, race engineer. If I was to just... Yeah, let's just go to 8100 on a free agent fund for race engineers. There is apparently nobody. There is apparently no race engineers. 80 to 100 on the free agent market. There is apparently no free agent race engineers going. There is apparently no free race engineers going at all. I was going to say maybe we could get a you know, better guy for Vettel as a race engineer for Vettel, but yeah, there's not really anyone going. There isn't really anyone going. It's just there's nobody really on the 80 level that's better than on the free agent market.
From here, you can see all the team's facilities, from the staff buildings to the car park development centres. You can build new facilities or, if the team has the time and money, upgrade our existing ones. Facilities affect all areas of our team's performance.
Building. Team facilities impact every area of your team, from the quality of your car to the rate your drivers improve. Building new trade takes time and money, and all facilities have a monthly upkeep cost you need to budget for. Upgrading. Existing facilities will be upgraded to improve their effectiveness. Upgrading will also increase the monthly upgrade cost. Facilities are expensive and take a long time to complete. Refurbishing. Over time, facilities will degrade and their effectiveness reduce. Refurbishing a facility will restore its effectiveness to maximum. Upgrading a facility will also restore it back to full condition, but with the additional upgrade cost.
Over time, facilities will degrade and become...
I just read that, love.
So keep an eye on their condition. When this happens, we'll need to look at refurbishing or even upgrading that facility to get back to maximum efficiency.
I just looked at that, love. So we've got car development facilities, factory level 2, design center level 2, wind tunnel level 1, CFD simulator. Maybe you get the wind tunnel up. Do I want to just spend the money right away? How much is that going to cost? 10 mil. I could just spend 10 mil right off the bat. I could just spend 10 mil right off the bat and help us out a bit. I could just spend 10 mil right off the bat. I want to go aggressive right off the bat, I think. Go aggressive right away, I reckon. Team Hub. Race Simulator. Weekly experience gain drivers plus 40%. The boardroom is level 2. Hospitality area is level 1. Forecast accuracy in race week is helipad. Team effectiveness plus sponsor target payout plus 2%. 15%. 15.0 team effectiveness for a helipad. Okay. We don't have a memorabilia room built. Well, but I don't think Aston Martin have much memorabilia to show off. I mean, they could show off Sergio Perez's trophy, I suppose, that he would have got for putting the Racing Point on the podium, and I guess I could show off some stuff from Force India. Got the board!
Don't forget to check in with the board often. You can monitor board confidence levels, your available budget, and your progress towards a greater team rating from here.
Finances.
Here you can delve deeper into team finances and see our balance, as well as understanding information on income and rewards, and the enforced spending caps we have to abide by.
Yep. So, season balance. Yeah, we've kind of just spent quite a bit. Our projected outgoings is 102,000, but our projected income is 200,000. 203,000. So our projected income is 132,000. That's not bad. That's not terrible. I mean, apparently we're going to be... The income is supposedly going to be 101,000 by the end of the season, but, you know, we're not going to be on as aggressive spending later on, I don't reckon. Monthly balance. 3 mil a month. Okay. Cost cap. So currently, the projected cost cap we're going to have left at the rate we're spending is 94 mil. That's not terrible. Well, 94,000, I should say, not mil. We've got performance this season, so we can kind of see. Oh, that's interesting. It's put us in 7th where we finished. Oh, I see how it's doing this. I see how it's done this. It's put us where we finished last year. It's put us where we finished last year, but it's changed teams around accordingly. So, Alex Albon, Guan Yu Zhou and Kevin Magnussen have just been put really randomly somewhere because, you know, they weren't in the sport last year. Got 2 emails in the inbox. Technical chief. And go to sponsor obligations. What do you want? Merchandising. Your team must create merchandise featuring your sponsors paying to have that merchandise made. Okay. So I need to sell 3,500 merchandise units for 5 mil. Okay. Race day factory event. Number of race weeks is 21. Your team must host a sponsor event in the factory on the day of a race session. Your factory will have to pause car part manufacturing projects while hosting. Oh, gee. I have to do that in 21 race weekends? Oh, jeez. Factory event. Number of event is 23. So that one gives me 706, that gives me 7. 3 mil for this. They want Sebastian Vettel to make at least 12 appearances for the media. Don't give a shit about Lance Stroll. Just like Lance Stroll, yeah, he doesn't need to appear. But Seb needs to make at least 12 appearances for 3.5 mil. But so Seb has to just make media appearances, and Lance Stroll's got to make weekend media appearances, 11, for less money. Interesting. Okay. So that's what they want us to do throughout the season. We'll see how that goes. No other emails to read, is in it? When's our stuff likely to be done? Our first upgrade, the side pods will be done. Our side pods will be done in time for the Australian Grand Prix. So side pods will be done by the 3rd of April for the Australian Grand Prix. And the rear wing will be done. So for the first 2 rounds we won't really have any sort of upgrades. But by the 3rd round in Australia we'll have new side pods and a new rear wing, which I think could be really helpful.
Let's take a look at what needs doing today. You have an alert in the top corner. There's an important email awaiting a response, so you should check your inbox when you're ready.
Of course, go to email.
Looks like you've received a budget approval request. Most of the team's budget is decided by the board at the start of the season, plus whatever we get from last season's prize money, and any extra sponsorship revenue we earn.
Okay, what's this? Good morning! We've had an idea for a season kick-off party to bring everyone together to celebrate the team. We had budget approval to go ahead with it. What do you think? Minus 10,000, but improved driver and staff morale. 10k is not that bad. And, you know, to improve driver and staff morale going into the first race, I think that's good. That's going to be good, so we'll go with that. 10k isn't that much.
I reckon that's a good decision. It should keep the team in high spirits anyway.
10k is not that much.
We can focus on our first Grand Prix of the season. The race weekend is still a few days away, so move forward when you're ready.
Okay, thanks. Got the pre-season testing results.
We're getting
curious.
very close to race day now. Just continue to do anything that's needed. In the future, you'll also want to decide on these actions yourself to ensure our team are continuously developing and improving.
Okay, so pre-season testing. Got 1 performance. Our top speed, 389 kilometers were bad. Which is bad. So right now we're just bad. But we have got some upgrades coming in, so, you know, we'll improve. It's the first race of the season, we're not going to be, you know, doing amazing.
There's always some final work to do before we can set off. Check your inbox for the race prep report on this weekend's circuit.
Race prep report on this weekend circuit. What? Race prep?
You have all the information you should need. Let's head to race preparation to see if there's any remaining tasks for us to complete.
Okay. This.
This is your race preparation area.
All the
you'll
performance
get
targets
ready
are unlocked now.
for upcoming race weekend. You can also find all the information you need on the circuit we're racing on here. One thing you'll always need to do before each race weekend is setting our performance targets. These help us generate more potential rewards for the team.
Okay. So, there's our circuit information. We don't need to bother with that again. Performance targets. What
Here
is
we've got
this?
the performance targets for this coming weekend. If we meet these, we'll gain extra revenue.
Qualifying targets. Reach Q3. Are you having a laugh? You having a laugh, mate? Reach Q3 in an Aston Martin, which is the second worst car in the grid. You're having a laugh. You are having a literal laugh. There is no way in hell that we're reaching Q3 around Bahrain. Maybe at some point during the season we might get occasional Q3s, but not the first race of the season with no upgrades. You are mad to think we're doing that. Each recruitment team sponsors will set you targets for extra money. Sponsors will always offer initiatives which will give the team a larger financial reward if we achieve them. You can also add guarantees. Guarantees reduce the base payment for the race weekend, but the bonus for achieving the guarantee will also outweigh the reduction. Achieving a guarantee. Adding a guarantee is a risk, but can deliver huge rewards if you achieve them. Target types. Performance targets will apply to either qualifying or the race itself, or a hot streak of finishes. Hot streak targets extend over multiple races, and you need to maintain the streak for a specified number of races. Right.
Looks like we've got incentives for both the qualifying session and the race. If we can reach those targets, we'll get an additional payout, and it won't cost the team anything if we don't meet them.
I mean, I don't think we're going to be reaching Q3, to be honest.
You can also decide to add targets here and offer our sponsors guarantees. These are a risk, as we face a potential financial loss if we don't meet them. But if we do, we'll gain a much larger reward. Okay, if you want to offer a guarantee for this weekend and raise the team's potential rewards, now is your chance.
We're not going to add a guarantee for qualifying because there is no point. We're not even completing that, but I need to get. So this one, we're not going to. No point in bothering to set the fastest lap because we're not going to be doing that. That's impossible. But 2 drivers finishing in 15th, it's doable. Reach Q3, that's not happening. 2 drivers? Yeah, that's not happening.
That feels like something we can achieve without too much difficulty. The reward if we meet the guarantee is good, and the potential loss doesn't seem too bad either.
I think we could do that. That one seems more doable.
Okay, we're done here. Let's head back.
Reaching Q3? No. But reaching Q2 with one driver seems doable and possible. So what's this? Finishing position streak. 15th. And that's qualifying. So qualifying position streak, a minimum of 15th for one driver for 2 races. And 4 races in a row finishing at least 15th. That doesn't seem too bad. That's pretty... That'll be pretty doable.
And the team can't wait to get started. It's time for the first race of the season. You can take some more time to look around if you like. When you're ready, let's get this show on the road.
Okay, to the race weekend we go! We're off to Bahrain!
Welcome to the archipelago of Formula One. Bahrain
Hello,
might have
David.
a small land footprint, but it's showing its big spirit right now in the grandstands. Either way, it's time for another fantastic weekend of Grand Prix racing. The Bahrain International Circuit is a challenging track, and the cars routinely have to brake from high gear to low to take the narrow turns. With the need for downhill braking, the risk of locking up is one drivers will need to manage. It's all about focus and balance to get victory here. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs, and nothing is certain at this stage. The competition is on.
Might still be early in the season. Nobody started anything, David Croft. It's the first race of the season, you madman. We're not early in the season, we haven't even started yet.
Welcome to your first race weekend with the team. It's Friday, so we're kicking off with free practice 1 as usual.
Good. Practice, qualifying, race. Practice 60 minutes, yeah, that's fine. During practice, you come up to the circuit and fine-tune car setups for the weekend. And qualifying, yeah, just get through 3 rounds qualifying, la-di-da. I know how F1 works, that's all good. And I can still, whilst I'm here, see my stuff and not stuff. Cool.
Over here is our race preparation area. This is where you can make any changes you need ahead of the upcoming practice session. Rest
Okay.
assured the team have already prepared the cars for practice. When you're ready, we can continue to the practice session.
Track acclimatization 0%, car parts knowledge 0, setup confidence, there we don't know. What's driver options? What's this? Oh, I can set like stuff that they can do. Ah, I see. And so if I wanted to, I could put, ooh, I could just swap them around, so I could put so I could, I'm not going to right now, but I could, so that's interesting. So I could just swap out and put a reserve driver in at occasional points if we
During
wanted
race
to.
weekends, you can decide whether you want to manage the practice sessions yourself or whether to hand over control to your team. As it's your first race weekend, you should let the team handle the practice sessions.
Okay. Simulate the qualifying, apparently. We're just not bothering with practice, apparently. The game won't let me. Fine, whatever. Alright, fine, whatever. Just go to quali then. Doesn't matter.
Here we are, back for more Formula One action as we prepare for qualifying. For those teams who made the most of free practice, they'll be heading into qualifying.
Where did we finish free practice, though?
That they can carry today's
How bad are we?
momentum into the upcoming session. Does practice make perfect? Well, for one standout driver, it will make for pole. Strap yourselves in. This is Formula One.
Do we get to find out where we finished in the practice session and how bad we were versus each practice session or not? Practice 3 results. Charles Leclerc topped it with Max Verstappen. Oh. Oh dear. Lance Stroll 18th, Sebastian Vettel 17th. We were bad. 2.7 seconds off. 2.7 and 2.6 seconds off Leclerc. Oh dear. Well, we were bad.
To help maximise our drivers' performance, the team have them work on 3 goals during practice: track acclimatisation, car parts knowledge, and setup confidence.
Okay. Track acclimatization, 100%. They both are 100% know the track. It's fine.
If you manage the session yourself, you might get an even better performance from the drivers for the rest of the weekend.
Okay, so they both know track running. Their car parts knowledge is both 63. Vettel is 69% confident with his setup, whereas Lance Stroll is only 65% confident with his setup. But they both have performance bonus of 11. So that's going to put Vettel's control up from 85 to 88, his accuracy from 82 to 84, his cornering goes from 77 to 79, braking 74 to 76, and reactions is 89 to 71. And for Stroll, control goes 87 to 90, accuracy 84 to 86, cornering 75 to 77, braking 67 to 69, and his reactions is 75 to 77. So Stroll is a bit, you know, I mean, Stroll does have a little bit more control than Vettel, but realistically Vettel's got everything else better than Stroll.
Right, time for qualifying. Our results here will determine where we start on the grid for Sunday's race.
It will.
Qualifying takes place over 3
Yeah. I don't need you to tell me that, love. I know how qualifying works. 3 rounds. People get knocked out. Diddly diddly dee. Alright, compounds. Run plan. 2 flying laps. Do we go for 2? We'll go 1 flying lap. We'll go 1 flying lap each to start with. That seems like a good idea. Lance Stroll, yeah. Best practice lap time, 135.6, 135.5. So Vettel did better. He was a whole second quicker than Stroll almost. Actually no, Vettel was a whole second quicker than Stroll. I didn't... What were the times elsewhere? Guan Yu Zhou was 135 point... Lando was 135.2. I don't really think we were 17th and 18th in all 3 sessions. Wow. All 3 practices were 17th and 18th. I don't know. Q2, it might be doable. It's going to be a challenge, but it is possibly doable.
Same as practice, the team can handle qualifying for you if you like. Let's get you hands-on for this round though, just to make sure you're feeling confident before race day kicks off.
Okay, thanks love. Manage qualifying. Here we go. It's time to do this.
Drivers need to be setting their fastest possible lap times, so we can advance to the next round of qualifying.
Yeah, slowest 5 cars will win next out.
The time limit on qualifying rounds really ramps up the pressure.
Yep.
Right then, let's get a car out on the track for its first run and see how it goes.
What now? What, immediately? What, immediately? You don't want to send a car out immediately. The track grip will be terrible. Okay, I have to send out Sebastian Vettel.
Radio check, Lance, radio check. Yeah.
Timer didn't start counting down until I sent out Vettel, but that's just...
Should be green now.
Well, that's just nice. there's another car gone out, isn't there? Who else has gone out? What have we got? We've got changing, I assume, the time, the speed. Yeah, that changes speed. We've got different camera angles, so quite like that camera angle. It's quite nice. That one's actually really nice. And then we've got, we can take control, which I'm not going to do, but the nice front wing cam, which is really nice actually, the front wing cam. And then we've got just a nice little track view. There, so Bottas was the one that went out for the Alphas.
Each car is fitted with a number of onboard cameras.
I've already worked that one out, love.
As it happens.
I already worked that out, love. I was clicking some buttons.
You can also use the map view if you like. It gives you a good overview of the whole track and all the cars.
Yeah, I worked that one out as well, love. I just kept clicking buttons and I got somewhere.
Remember, you're managing 2 drivers throughout the session, so make sure to keep an eye on both of them.
Fine. We haven't sent Stroll out yet. We'll wait a
From
little
the
while.
data view, you can see live data from the current session. Here we can see the latest lap and sector times for all drivers, and an overview of their tyre conditions.
Okay.
Here you can also view how the current session could affect the drivers' and constructors' championship standings. There's plenty more to dive into with the data view, so make sure you spend some time exploring.
Okay. Lap history, tyre history, events, sponsors and reports. Cool. What's this? Prediction. Time on track, flying laps. I don't freaking know. Car. That gives us like tyre condition. Tyre condition, ERS he's got left, fuel load, gearbox. Track details. Track grip high, track levels high. Okay, so who's gone out? Let's send Lance Stroll out now. We'll get Vettel come back. What's this? Leader, tyres, sectors, last lap, laps, status, interval. That's quite cute. I like that. We'll follow along with Seb because this is his flying out lap. We'll see how well Seb does. Let's just see how well Seb does on his out lap. I mean, there's a little bit of traffic up ahead of him in terms of Bottas, but I think there's a big enough gap that Bottas shouldn't really get in the way. Hopefully. Hopefully there's a big enough kind of gap between us and Bottas you get away. Apparently Vettel's faster. I'm not sure what he's faster than, to be honest. Nobody else has set a time yet. He's green, which means he's faster than his last lap, but he hasn't set a lap yet. See how well we do.
So happy to let these tyres cool a bit.
Yeah.
Oh! This feels really nice. Having the actual, like, drivers, race engineers talking. I like this. Going round the bend. I'm not sure yet. That was just gone past Lance Stroll. That's fine. See how he's doing. Right on board with Stroll in a moment.
That's a decent time for a flying lap. Keep an eye on the standings throughout the session, and try and keep the drivers out of the knockout zone. Right then. That qualifying run is done, so the driver will return to the pits now.
Okay.
I know everything happens so fast over a race weekend. But if you need to catch your breath, you can pause for as long as you like. Or, if things aren't moving fast enough for you, you can speed up a little.
Okay. So, we'll drive along with Lance Stroll now. But we'll also check, Bottas set a 1:31.5 1.7. And Vettel with 1.4, almost 1.5 seconds off that. Ugh. That's not great. That's really not great. I mean, I know the Alphas are faster than us anyway, but 1.5 seconds? Alex Albon's 4.3 seconds off in Williams. Jeez!
Do what you can to keep the tyres cool. Okay.
Jeez! Alex Albon's really far off. And Lance Stroll's got some Ferrari traffic and Carlos Sainz to keep him company. Okay. Vettel on his lap coming in is actually slower and slower. But that just doesn't help. Doesn't help him. Lance Stroll, oh jeez. 3.1 seconds off Bottas's time, Stroll. Jeez.
Pit lane.
Jeez, Stroll,
Copy.
jeez.
So make sure you get your pit limiter as you come in the pit lane.
Jeez, Lance, jeez. I thought Vettel being 1.5 seconds off was bad. You're
Our
almost
driver is back
3.2
in
seconds
business.
off.
You need to reconfigure the car before we can send them back out. Let's go and take a look. The team will make sure the run plan is updated to include refueling. So all you have to do is fit some fresh tyres. Here you can see all the tyre compounds available this weekend. When making any changes, just be sure you're considering both the condition and the compound of the selected tyre.
Okay. Grip. Then there's all your tyre compounds and your wet tyre compounds.
We want
What they
maximum
do.
performance during qualifying. So let's use a fresh, soft compound tyre. Soft tyres are the fastest in dry conditions. Confirm the configuration with the team when you're happy.
Okay. Okay, confirm that.
Brilliant. The car's ready to head back out at your say-so. It's probably best to do at least one more run before the end of the round. Unless you're feeling very confident about our time so far.
No. Vettel's not terrible, but Stroll is
The
just
track will have more grip later in the
terrible.
round, but there will also be more traffic. It's up to you to decide when you want to send the car out. Whatever gets us through to Q2.
I think we'll wait till about there's like 5 minutes left in the session, I reckon. We'll wait till like 5 seconds left in the session. Let's reconfigure Stroll as well. Let's get Stroll on a fresh set of softs as well, I reckon. So we'll go 5 minutes. When it gets to 5 minutes, we'll have a gander. I think now might be a good time to. We'll send out Sebastian Vettel first. Oh, Pierre Gasly's quite far off actually. Why is he not going out? Oh, because I'd apparently paused the game. Then Seb's 2.2 seconds off Verstappen, but he's looking likely to be going through. So far. Yeah. Verstappen's last lap was a 153. Vettel's last lap was 154. we'll send Lance Stroll again. I don't think it's going to make much difference because Lance Stroll is really quite far off. Apparently I won't be sending Lance Stroll out. Apparently Lance Stroll is just not going. Oh no, there he goes. I must have said, maybe everybody went out at the same time. Oh yeah, a lot of people went out at the same time. Vettel's kind of got clean air to run his lap in. Vettel's got nice clean air to run his lap in. Vettel's got some nice clean air that he can run his lap in and do his lap. Nobody in front of him is going to be right up. Stroll's got a bit of quite a large amount of traffic. Stroll's got. Stroll's not going to be doing too greatly, but his time was kind of so bad that I didn't expect him to get there anyway. Here comes Sebastian Vettel on his flying lap. Seb's on his flying lap now. He's opened up the rear wing for DRS. Yeah, Lance Stroll's got a bit of traffic. Seb's got a nice clear run, nice clear go. Seb has got a nice clear. Seb's got a nice clear run that you can just go for it. Somebody's run wide apparently. Don't know who's running wide.
Look at that! They've run wide! Let's see what happened there.
What happened to Carlos
Have another
Sainz?
look. Science is the focus here. Goodness me! They're completely off the racing line.
Oh, Carlos Sainz is a bit of a mare.
That's
He's
going
locked
to
it
be
up.
a big blow to the team. Will they be able to recover? We'll see.
I think he was on his outlap anyway, so that's not a massive problem. It's just going to make him a little bit slower. But
I think someone's run wide.
Alonso's run wide as well. That was... They were sector 3, so that's fine for Vettel because it's only in sector 2. It would have almost condoofed him a bit. Everybody is now on their flying lap. Apparently Sebastian Vettel's last lap was 11 seconds. His outlap was 11 seconds. Oh, he was slower. Oh, he was slower in sector 2, Vettel was.
Okay, and all the way to 0. All the way to 0.
Oh!
Car off.
A 0.2 seconds behind Tsunoda, but you know, we're quite a ways off Tsunoda, but
Rears are hot.
Yeah, okay.
Yuki's come up. Ricardo goes into the drop zone. Can Ricardo knock us out on his flying lap? Let's follow him, let's see. See if Ricardo can knock us out of his flyer. It's very close between myself and Ricardo. Can he do it? Can Ricardo knock us out? He does! Oh! Ricardo has knocked out Sebastian Vettel. The team's last hope of Q2 is Lance Stroll. Can Lance Stroll get there? No! He's improved to 17th. But Mick Schumacher has improved to 16th. Which just drops us both down positions. Ugh. Wasn't a great quality session.
It looks like we didn't make it through to Q2. Not great, but it's only the first weekend of the season. Plenty of time to improve.
I love how she starts her sentence. She's just like, oh. Oh. Oh dear. That wasn't great, but That's kind of where the Aston Martins are in most of the season. Like barely getting out of Q3 a lot of the time. Because the only team worse than it was Williams. That's kind of where they stand, really. They're better than Williams, but they're terrible. And Charles Leclerc tops Q1. Fine.
Tension continues to build here as race day begins.
Aston Martin did a good job during qualifying, and they're pretty much where everyone expected them to be on the grid. Now, it's up to them to defy expectations during the race itself. AlphaTauri did rather well in qualifying. Let's see if they can manage to achieve a strong start for the race itself. There are a few clouds here tonight, but the sky remains mostly clear. Will it stay this way, or will the weather throw a spanner in the works?
The weather, Karoon. It's Bahrain. It doesn't rain in Bahrain.
And their cars be able to cope with the pressure. Let's find out right here at the Bahrain Grand Prix.
I mean, it does occasionally rain, but not as often as it does in the UK. It's actually raining right now, to be fair.
Time for the main event, the Bahrain Grand Prix. This is a great time for us to get some early points under our belt. So let's stay focused and push hard.
Okay. Who got pole position, by the way, out of curiosity? Charles Leclerc takes pole position. The real question is, can he hold on to pole position? Or will Ferrari's questionable strategy just yeet him out of the way? And make him just absolutely flop off and fail? What? Huh? Lando Norris is in 16th. What happened there? Mick Schumacher went out Q1, didn't he? Didn't Mick Schumacher go out Q1? Mick Schumacher was the one that set a better time and knocked us down to 17th and 18th. Did Lando take a grid penalty or something? It doesn't say he took a grid penalty. I mean, it doesn't say Lando's taken a grid penalty, but I swear Mick Schumacher went out in Q1. Anyway.
Each driver will need to make at least one pit stop to fit new tyres. On average, a pit stop will cost a driver about 25 seconds. So we need to think carefully about when to pit and why.
I'm going to try two completely different strategies. Okay, planning off strategy.
Let's set a tyre strategy for our drivers now. We need to make sure we have a good plan for when we want the cars to pit.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to try two different strategies. Vettel, I'm
Every race
thinking...
the team will prepare some recommended strategies to choose from. Let's see what they suggest for this race. Okay. Strategy A is a fast but risky option, relying on 2 soft stints and no hard compound at all. Strategy B is a well-balanced option, 2 soft stints and a nice long middle stint on a hard compound. Right. Strategy C is a slower but safe option for this track. We'll tackle the final stint on a medium compound instead of a soft tyre.
I'm thinking...
A different approach could work. You can make changes to any of the team strategies, or even create one from scratch. We can always adapt our strategy during the race, so we can respond quickly to changing conditions and stay ahead of the pack.
Thanks, love. I'm thinking... Seb could maybe go mediums hards. So Seb could do like medium to hards, and then come in and around lap. I'd say lap maybe 27. 27, maybe 28-ish. Like 21, 20, like 27, 28-ish. We'll see how his tyres are. We'll see how his tyres go. So that can be his strategy. Have I not selected that strategy? I did not select that strategy.
Strategy A it is. This is going to need careful management to pull off, so keep a close eye on things. Okay, now to select a strategy for our other driver. It doesn't have to be the same for both.
So I could just add that as a new strategy. God dang it.
You should consider picking a different strategy for each driver. This gives us a chance to take advantage of in-race events and means we won't have both cars pitted on the same lap.
Okay, so I'm thinking we stick Stroll on this one, but we edit it slightly. Compound pace target, yeah, maybe. As you know, we'll make you a little bit quicker on those now. Maybe you can go a bit quicker on the Seths the second time. Let's go a bit quicker on the second set of Seths, but go longer on the mediums, I reckon. Go longer on the mediums, I reckon. So you can go soft, medium, and soft, I reckon. It's not a good strategy, I reckon. That's set up properly, yep. That's your strategy.
That's both drivers with a set strategy in place. Right, let's head back to the preparation area and get this race started.
I'm gonna be honest, love. I need a pee. Can I need a pee, love. I need a pee. So, I'm gonna go for a pee before I inevitably manage a race. Team principal needs a piss. You know what I mean? Start the race, baby!
A partly clear night here. The drivers now lined up on the grid. And there's Sebastian Vettel. They're in the back half of the pack, so they'll need to work hard if they want a podium finish.
Podium finish? What are you talking
There's
about, David
Lance
Croft?
Stroll down the grid. With their
Aston
starting
Martin's not
position
getting a
in the
podium
back
already.
10,
Calm yourself
they'll
down.
have their work cut out for them. And we're just moments away now.
Like, that's not going to be happening. There's no podium finish in sight for the Astons.
Here we go with the Bahrain Grand
You must be
Prix.
joking.
It's lights out and away we go.
Here we go. We're off ski. Okay, let's just check. Is everybody on? Vettel is the only person on mediums right now. We're doing a bit of an aggressive strategy. And Vettel is the only person on mediums right now. And Verstappen's come up from... Oh, he's gone to lead. God, Perez has had a terrible start.
This is good. Come on.
Perez has had a terrible start. Look at him. Perez has gone right the way down. He's gone... Man, Hamilton's had not a great start. Good grief, look at the start Lando's at. Lando went 16th to 9th. Lando's had a start and a half. Lando's had a start and a half. So, yeah. You... Okay, we'll get... Don't fight. Don't fight him. Don't fight your teammate, don't go fighting Vettel. Do I want... I'll let Vettel, when Stroll gets to a point, yeah, let Stroll go round you just because Stroll's on slightly quicker tyres then. You can just let Stroll go past you for now, just because... Yeah. No, Vettel. Seb. Seb. Seb, don't fight Stroll. You just let Stroll pass, because Stroll's on quicker tyres and he's going to pick before you anyway. So don't go fighting Stroll. You just gonna...
During the race itself, you can direct the team drivers in 3 main ways. Each option will help drivers increase their speed, but will come with a cost in different areas.
Okay.
Increased pace will improve lap times, but at the cost of increased tyre temperature and wear, which can lead to more pit stops and higher risk of tyre failure. You can instruct the drivers in how to manage their fuel. Using more fuel will give them more speed, but you need to ensure there's always enough left to finish the race, as refueling is banned.
Yep, I knew that.
Finally, you can adjust the ERS strategies for each driver. Higher ERS strategies give the driver a boost of power when racing, but will also drain the car's battery. Timing and battery management are everything here.
Okay, so... We don't need tyres anymore, let's... 146. Jeez. Seb's only 0.4 seconds off Lawrence Stroll on mediums. We're 11 seconds off to the leader.
Managing pace will help you manage a car's tyre temperature and wear.
Driver's pace directly to lap times and temperatures. Select the pace compounders right. Balance of tyre and tyre condition.
Keep an eye on the tyre condition of both cars. Over time, tyre condition will fall, reducing their grip and performance, eventually leading to tyre failures and car retirement.
Okay, so go a bit on the attack.
Push now. Okay.
Push it. You go for a bit of a push Stroll just to try and bring yourself up to Mick a little bit. You just try and bring you a bit closer to Mick. Bring yourself a little bit closer to him and then we'll get... Oh, somebody's run wide around it.
If a driver needs an additional performance push for a short time, they can adjust their ERS strategies and use any battery charge they have.
Okay. Bella. Energy, yep. .4 millijoules and harvest 2.2 millijoules each lap.
There are 3 ERS strategies that deploy more energy than they harvest, but each use that energy for a different purpose. Overtake and defend are best for getting ahead of cars or for keeping them behind you. Deploy is the fastest strategy available. Harvest will prioritize charging up the battery instead of using energy for performance. Neutral will maintain the current battery charge over a lap, which gives a nice balance of energy deployment and harvesting.
Cool. Alright, so we'll wait until we get into the...
DRS is enabled. DRS is enabled.
Okay, go.
They've gone wide!
What else is on the way?
Use overtake.
Go on. Use overtake. That's not out stroll, out strolls. Still kind of a bit behind. 0.4 seconds behind Schumacher, so he's getting there. We can get him to use overtake in next DRS and possibly overtake Schumacher. And maybe Ricardo, because we're in DRS range of both, for the Ricardo... No, you won't have DRS. Come on, we're 2 seconds, come on, we can catch. Catch him.
Who's running wide there?
Perez runs wide, cool. Catch him.
Defend.
Seb's got some DRS. But don't. Careful, don't fight it, Seb. For a bit of deploy, bring yourself up a bit.
Energy if you need it. Yep.
Bring yourself in. Go on. Go on, Stroll. Bring yourself up there. Try and bring yourself up a little bit to Schumacher. Or don't. Because Schumacher's now overtaken Tsunoda and Ricciardo. And now you bring yourself up to Tsunoda a little bit. Deploy down the straight.
Use energy.
Yep.
1.2. We're getting close to Tsunoda. I mean, Vettel is still just lingering on behind you in the DRS zone. Go for it. Go for it, Stroll. Go for it. Come on. Go for it, Stroll. Oh. Oh. VSC, hello. The DRS has been disabled because it's a virtual safety car.
It's a collision!
Crash
Take a look
involving
at the
what?
replay.
Crash
Now
involving
just
multiple
take
cars.
a look at the McLaren.
Oh. Hello. Oh!
Goodness me, that is a serious collision.
Virtual safety car. Copy.
Virtual? Whoa! That was a crash and a half. Stroll goes up a position there on Lando, but Lando caused a mad crash. Lando's got a grid penalty. Or penalty of some form. Do I want... it's only 4 laps in. Do I want Stroll to be onto the mediums now? Do I want to put Stroll onto the mediums now? Do I want to pitch Stroll onto the mediums now? And go for a longer medium stint? Or do I want to just continue on the softs? I mean, he's going to lose less time. He is going to lose less time going on to the mediums, you know, in the pit stop during a virtual safety car. But it is only lap 4. I did plan on pitting Stroll on lap 18. It's a risk. I mean, the mediums might last as long as we don't push it too hard. I'm going to try a risky strategy, Stroll, and go in
Let's
now.
talk tyres. During dry races, all cars need to use at least 2 different tyre compounds. If a car doesn't comply with this rule, it will be disqualified from the race. Ultimately, it's your decision on which tyre compounds we go for. Although I'd strongly recommend sticking to the starting strategy when possible. You can see the estimated lap lifetime for each tyre when you focus on them. Once you've decided which tyre to move to, just confirm the pit stop with the team.
Okay, so that could last. How long's that going to last us? 33 laps. The medium is expected to last 33 laps. The soft is only expected to last 20. Although, to be fair, the soft is expected to last 21. To be fair, the soft is expected to last 21 laps. So, what is that, by the way? What is that, by the way? Hang on. I'm doing maths. That wouldn't quite get us to the end. That wouldn't quite get us to the end. Because that's only going to get us to lap 51. That's only getting us to lap 54. Or 57. The soft tyres are going to start to flop off. No. We'll leave Stroll out for now, I reckon. Stroll... I think Stroll can stay out, actually.
No DRS.
Okay. So...
Good job.
Stroll overtakes Norris. We saw that, that's fine. How's Seb doing? He was quicker in the first sector, but he was obviously slower because, you know, safety cars and stuff. I don't tell you to fight your teammate anymore because you can't overtake anyway. There's no point in saying don't fight Stroll anymore because of the virtual safety car.
As the race progresses, remember to keep an eye on the planned strategy you put in place before the race. The strategy view will let you check your strategy, adjust it, or even change it entirely.
Thank you.
The data view is also an important area to track during the race. It gives you a deep dive into race data, including lap times for all the team's drivers.
Okay, what's Norris coming in for? Lando's on hards. Oh, he's got a 5... Oh, he had a drive-through penalty. Oh, Lando got a drive-through penalty. He went from hards to hards. The virtual safety car is ending shortly.
VSC ending.
Normal racing conditions have resumed. Right. Vettel, could you just hold the Williams behind you, thank you. And Stroll. Overtake, my guy, overtake. Yeah. Right, you can go for Sonoda. Right, you try go for Sonoda there. We'll get you using...
Fuel commands allow drivers to manage their car's fuel consumption.
Yep, thanks.
Just keep an eye on your remaining fuel. If we run out, the car will be forced to retire.
Cool. could win it. Maybe there's a possibility of a double overtake. But Lando is so far behind at 24 seconds. 24 seconds, Lando is so far behind. Come on, Stroll.
Use overtake.
Copy.
Go on, Stroll. Go on, Stroll. How are you doing, Vettel? You're still holding up that Williams. He's still doing a pretty good job of keeping Albon behind him. He's doing an okay job at keeping Albon behind him. And Stroll's just pretty much pushing it. I'm going to push it with Stroll and try and get Stroll past. Overtake. Come on, Stroll. Go on, Stroll. Oh! That was really close. That was really close.
Doing a good job. Keep pushing.
That was really close. Yeah, we almost got the overtake on Tsunoda there. We didn't, but almost did. Come on. You still got the Williams behind you. Yeah, the Williams is still behind you. You're doing a good job there, Vettel. Vettel's doing a good job of keeping that Williams behind you. He's doing a very good job. And also, Stroll he's edging out Vettel. He's going quite a lot further on. Oh, go on, Stroll. Go for it, Stroll. Get the overtake this time, Stroll. Get it this time. No. He has not got the overtake. Did you set your overtake to be defend?
So DRS is enabled now.
Wait, what? Why is DRS enabled 3 laps later? It's a virtual safety car. Doesn't... I thought virtual safety cars DRS was just enabled immediately. I genuinely thought they enabled...
Use overtake.
Doesn't virtual safety cars get enabled directly after... Doesn't virtual safety cars just have DRS enabled immediately? What are you doing versus that Williams? Eek! You're doing a good job defending against the Williams on their slightly softer tyres. I mean, Stroll's lost a little bit of time here to Tsunoda. He's now 1.4 seconds behind. If you just go for it, mate. If you just completely go full ham on this bit, mate, you could possibly get him back around this bit. Yeah. Go. Ham to the wall, Stroll. He's in the DRS range now, but it doesn't matter because he was for a bit. He's edging out Vettel. Vettel's getting a lot slower. But Lando is creeping up. Lando is slowly creeping up. Go on, Stroll. Go for it, Stroll. Go for it. No. Okay.
They've
Oh,
locked up and gone straight on.
Magnussen's locked up. Ooh. Vettel's doing an amazing job keeping those Williams at bay. Stroll's just, well, he's lost quite a lot of time to. He's lost a lot of time to Yuki. He's lost a lot of time to Yuki as Stroll. Stroll started to get the DRS onto Ricciardo and he's just lost a lot of time. Come on, push. Push.
Energy if you need it.
Try and push yourself back to being where Tsunoda is. Go on, try and push it. Push it a little bit, push it, Stroll. Yeah. Stroll's just absolutely getting slower. He's going quicker than Vettel because Vettel is like 6 seconds behind whilst he defends against those Williams. Which he's doing an incredible job at. But Stroll's just... Well, he's gaining time on Vettel but losing a lot to the AlphaTauri. Ricciardo gets the overtake on Mick Schumacher and Tsunoda there. Also tries to go for the overtake on Mick. Ooh, gets it round the outside. But then immediately loses it back.
Did somebody spin out there?
Oh god, Leclerc
Let's take a
spun.
closer look. Watch this. There's Leclerc.
Oh,
And yes, that's where they spin out.
he's just touched the curb and his rear tyres just went. Oh
The
god.
team are really disappointed with that. Let's hope it doesn't set them back too badly.
He just lost it on the final. Alex Albon got us at some point. When did that happen? When did Alex Albon overtake us? Was that when I was watching Leclerc spin? Come on. Go on, Seb. Go on, Seb. Go on.
You can use energy.
Go on, Seb.
Copy.
There we go. Seb gets around.
Okay.
Defend that position, Seb. Defend it. That was nice.
We just need to charge up.
Copy.
We don't need to watch replay for that. We saw that. That was good. That was good overtaking from Seb. Stroll has just completely lost all of his time to the Haas. Literally. Stroll's just lost all his time to the Haas, AlphaTauri and McLaren and Ricciardo. He's just lost it all. Defend it. Make sure you're not letting him pass. Let go. Good work, Seb. That's some good work there, Seb. That was good work, Seb. That was good work.
During the race, you can use the strategy view to check on each driver's strategy and adjust them if need be. You can also check the strategy graphs to see how a car's tyre wear is matching up to the team's expectations. You can also use the car and track tabs to view more details about them. The car tab shows you current and projected component condition and fuel loads, while the track tab has more information about weather and track grip.
Cool. We're doing that 15 to 21. Fuel load left for 46 laps on Vettel. His gearbox is 91% ERS. Engine's 93%. Okay. You're a bit... Ooh. Defend it. Defend. It's good. Good. Keep the Williams of Alex R1 behind you. Keep him behind. What's Stroll doing? Stroll's just kind of... He's like 5 seconds behind a load of people. He might be able to get ahead of Magnussen depending on how quick Magnussen's pit stop is. Yeah, Stroll gets ahead of Magnussen. I don't know about Vettel. I'm not sure about Vettel though. Vettel does. Right. Oh. Although. Albon overtook us in DRS zone.
Energy's good. Yeah.
On that final corner with a bit of DRS. We can get him back though. Leclerc's really far off. What's happened to him? I think his spin just kind of got off him a little bit. He just not really came back into it. Go on. Overtake. Overtake, Vettel. Overtake. Good boy.
We have the low battery.
Copy.
Okay. How's Stroll doing? Is Stroll still just having his own race?
That's it.
Stroll's like
Looks
8
like
seconds off
Aston Martin
Tsunoda.
have just gained a race position.
Stroll's like 8 seconds off. Tsunoda, he's just completely gone off, and Lewis Hamilton's coming to the pits. Hello. Stroll's quite a ways off, and Vettel's like 5 seconds off. Vettel's kind of fighting the Williams. Stroll's not really fighting anyone. He could maybe. How's Vettel doing? He's... Ooh. Vettel's kind of... Oh, we could
And
fight...
a new position just gained by Williams. Let's have a look.
Albon
Now,
overtakes
see the
Vettel.
Williams here.
Albon goes for it. We're ahead of him again, so we are ahead of him again now, so...
A bold move indeed. And with that, they've gained a position.
He's used DRS to get past us, but we've come back against him
The team
again.
Devastated. They'll be questioning just what happened out there.
DRS happened, that's what happened, David. But we can still get him, Vettel. You can still go for it. We're going to have DRS zone on him again in a moment. Whereas he won't, so we can still go for it around that bit. How's Stroll doing? Could he... He's going to have some DRS on Hamilton. We could try going for it. I mean, it's pointless because Mercedes is definitely faster than we are, but we'll try. We'll go for it.
Was that a lock-up on the track?
Guan Yu Zhou's had a bit of a lock-up going around. Come on. Come on, Seb. You've got quite a bit of fuel, actually. You can probably push on fuel, actually. Push on fuel a little bit, Seb.
You can stop, lift and coast.
Copy.
Go and push on your fuel a little bit and... overtake. Come on, Seb. Come on, Seb. Get him round the outside, Seb. Ooh. Albon holds on, but Seb gets it around the outside. Beautiful.
Okay, suggest lifting coast.
Copy.
And go back to neutral. What's Stroll doing? Stroll's still kind of...
This is good, come on.
Stroll's kind of... He's still kind of going for it through Vettel. Stroll's, you know, he's still a bit behind Vettel, but... He could get Hamilton, go. Go for it, Stroll. Very nice.
Overtake.
Oh,
Here's the replay.
wham there.
This was the Aston Martin. They're forced wide, and there we can see them slide off.
Oh, he was going for an overtake on Hamilton, and Hamilton just forced him off wide.
A bitter blow for the team, and it may have really
Oh.
hurt their overall chances.
Hamilton's just ran us off completely. Now he's like 2 seconds ahead.
Lock up.
Stroll's just locked it up.
It's a race position gained from Mercedes. Let's see what happened there.
Hamilton
Now
overtakes Stroll.
watch this. Lewis Hamilton involved in this one.
He pretty much just took advantage of Stroll's lock up and just went round the outside of him.
Gaining a position there. Oh, they make it look so easy.
Vettel is literally just fighting Alex Albon. These two are just overtaking each other every DRS zone. Every DRS zone are overtaking each other. Go on.
Okay. Our driver has just entered the pit window.
Uh-huh.
The pit window encompasses the laps that cover the planned pit stops in your strategy.
Okay, thanks. I like how you said that, Martin, me trying to manage an overtake woman. I'm in the middle of trying to arrange an overtake on a Williams, and you're just like, here you go. Pit strategies.
This means it's nearly time to call the planned pit stop. Unless you think there's a reason to pit immediately, I always recommend sticking to the strategy and pitting on the optimal lap.
Go on, Seth. Alex Albon did a great job defending there. Absolutely mad job. Okay, so someone else has just come into the pits. What's everybody on, by the way? There's a few hard tyre runners coming out now. Russell, Perez, Hamilton, Magnussen. Norris is on them. Latifi's gone on to the mediums. Lando is slowly catching up to people in his race.
So happy to let these tyres cool a bit.
Okay, copy.
Go on then. Who was Alex Albon getting DRS off then? Who was Alex Albon getting DRS off? Stroll's like 34 seconds up the road. Who's he getting DRS off? Hello? Who were you getting DRS off, Mr. Albon? Oh bloody hell, look, when I come back into that it just pops out, oh jeez. I don't know who Alex Albon was getting DRS off of. Harvest your ES a little bit.
We just need to charge up.
Okay, copy.
There we go, you keep him there, good. Stroll's only 6 seconds ahead.
Aston Martin took a chance, and it's paid off.
Vettel's gained 2
Take a look
positions.
now.
Has
Let's
he?
have a look here. This was the Aston Martin.
I know he took Albon. Who else did he get? 'Cause I know he took Albon, did he get someone else for a switch to Stroll?
And they're pushing on, gaining valuable position.
Oh yeah, he overtook somebody. Who was that he overtook in the pit lane?
Back in the garage, the team absolutely loved it.
He got that one, which I've seen, but who did he overtake whilst doing the pit? Oh, Sonoda. Snow have gone into the pit. Okay, fair enough. Stroll's just... At this point, I feel like Stroll's just kinda... He's racing against himself, really. Stroll's really just kind of racing against himself. Also, Vettel's got a load of fuel spare.
Tyres down now?
Yep.
Vettel's got a load of fuel left. Vettel could probably push on fuel. Vettel could probably push on fuel because he's got a lot of fuel left. He's got like 3 laps of fuel spare. Vettel can probably push on fuel for a little. There's a few drivers coming into the pits. Esteban Ocon, Mick Schumacher and Daniel Ricciardo. Deploy. Go on. Keep him behind, keep him
Use
behind.
energy if you need.
Copy.
Keep him behind. Very nice. Stroll is ahead of Vettel, but I think Vettel's driving slightly better. Just because...
Okay, tires.
Copy.
How many laps am I gonna get on these?
I don't know. We could maybe... What were we pitting you on? We could do... We're pitting you on lap... What was that, 20? You can maybe get 2 laps out of those, Stroll, if you're lucky. If you don't push, you just go standard.
Yeah, take it easy.
If we don't push Stroll... Oh, Albon gets us there. With DRS, Alex Albon has overtaken us. But we are going to have DRS in a moment.
Here's an overtake from Williams. Let's
How did
take the replay. Now we see the Williams here.
we just use DRS, didn't you? Yep. Nice, solid, clean DRS overtake, something we did not have.
Moving up a place there. Excellent work.
He just didn't have, he just a clean, solid DRS there. Balanced fuel. So you were going, was it mediums you were on? Yeah. You were going soft, medium, soft, weren't you? Stick him on the mediums. Stroll can come in and pit this lap.
Okay, happy to lift and coast.
Alex Albon goes in. Which means I get DRS off of absolutely no one. I'll take 3 DRS off no one apparently. There goes Stroll. We're not really racing anyone, Stroll. Stroll just spent most of the race racing himself, really. Vettel has spent most of this race racing Alex Albon. He has got Ricciardo, so he could... Are you still holding up cars? Yeah, you're still holding cars back. Two seconds, Ricciardo's almost a second behind. He's not quite the DRS range. Ricciardo's not quite DRS range, so that's fine. Armstrong, maybe... What is Esteban Ocon on? Oh, Esteban Ocon just pitted onto hard tyres. I was going to say, if Esteban Ocon's still on the softs, I could push him. But there is no point in pushing him. Leclerc leads the race by 2 seconds to Verstappen. Although Leclerc does still need to pit onto something because he's still on softs. Vettel. Stroll comes into the pit. Decent stop, 2.7. Decent stop. Was a decent stop there. Stroll's 2.7. It could have been a lot better, but it's not terrible. 2.7 seconds is, you know, not the worst. And he does come out ahead of the Williams by about 3 seconds. Which is pretty good. Also, Tsunoda. There's a DRS train of Yuki Tsunoda, Daniel Ricciardo, Kevin Magnussen and Mick Schumacher. And Sebastian Vettel literally has nothing. He has no DRS whatsoever. If you could just defend. Just try to defend that. Just try to fend off this, yeah, this DRS train. Try to fend the DRS train. Yuki tries to go around the outside. Ooh. Oh. Leclerc's coming to the pit lane. What's he putting on? What's he put on? He's put on the mediums. Ferrari so far doing a normal strategy, not something booky. What are you doing? Why are you in overtake mode? What are you doing in overtake mode, Stroll? Stroll's pretty much just having his own race against nobody, really. Stroll's just sort of there. Spent most of the race racing against just himself, really. He had a bit of a fight with Yuki earlier, but then Yuki just kind of, after the virtual safety car, but Yuki just went off with it. Defend, Vettel, defend! Ricciardo's gone for a, tried to go for a cheeky overtake there on Yuki, but Yuki's also got DRS off us, so it doesn't help him a little. Half his DRS, please.
We have low battery.
Yeah, copy.
Just you hold that position, there we go. The DRS train still continuing between us all. Stroll pretty much still just racing himself, he's just not doing a whole lot. Okay. You defend that, please. Defend that one, please. Defend that one, defend it. Ricciardo's coming right round the outside of Tsunoda, trying to look up the outside of him. Vettel's doing a really good job of holding this DRS train up, I will say. Vettel is doing a very good job of holding this DRS train up. He could have very easily been in 5th, 16th by now. Because Guan Yu Zhou's also joined the DRS train, I've just noticed. It's a literal DRS train. He's fighting for 11th place. It's going back to all the way back to Guan Yu Zhou in 16th. Vettel's doing a very good job of holding this up. Go on, defend it. Go on, defend. Defend, Seb, defend.
We need to charge it, or is
Seb's doing an amazing job. Seb is doing an amazing job of holding up this lot. Seb's doing an amazing job of holding this lot up. Seb is doing an amazing job holding this line up, he really is. Defend it. Oh, Daniel Ricciardo and Yuki Tsunoda are literally side by side. Ricciardo gets Tsunoda, Tsunoda gets him back. Ooh. They're still side by side going around there. Vettel manages to hold it. Stroll's just still kind of hanging out most of the Williams are slowly catching Stroll, but not crazy amounts. Stroll's 11 seconds off on Lando, and Vettel's 11 seconds off on Esteban Ocon, but oh no, you defend that again. You defend that again. We'll try and keep this lot behind you. Ooh, okay. Is that a bit of a... That's good. Keep that behind you. Go recharge your ERS a little bit. What lap do we say we're pitting you on? 27, 28-ish. Max Verstappen now leads the race. George Russell, much like real life, in the top 5 positions there. Maybe that could be a possible thing for the entire season. Max Verstappen's quite a ways ahead. He's just kind of... He's having a bit of his own race. Mick Schumacher's had a mad one. What even happened? You just have DRS.
Race position for Haas. Let's have a look. Right, watch this. There's
Okay,
Schumacher.
it was like 3 wide. 3 wide between myself, Tsunoda and Ricciardo, and Mick Schumacher just takes complete advantage and goes around the outside of
There
us
they
all.
go, moving up a position in the pack.
Mick Schumacher's gained like 3 positions in one
The
overtake.
team had such high hopes today. What a shame.
That was actually pretty clean from Schumacher. He saw us all fighting and took massive advantage. He saw us all fighting, took advantage of it. That was clean. That was clean from Mick Schumacher actually. He saw the advantage, he was like, oh, it's 3 wide,
Okay, energy's
went
good.
for it.
Copy.
He saw it and he went for it. Could you go aggressive,
Push
please?
more.
Copy.
Go aggressive, please, Stroll. The Williams are catching you just a little. Deploy.
So use energy.
Copy.
Neutral. So Ricciardo didn't quite overtake this DRS train. This battle for 11th though. This battle for 11th though is just still going on. This battle for 11th is still going on. Overtake please, Vettel, overtake. I think Mick Schumacher's gotten a little bit ahead of us now. Kevin Magnussen's trying to go around the outside of... Ooh, Kevin Magnussen tries to go around the outside of us. Whilst also going outside of Ricciardo. Ooh, there's a fight going on there. There's a literal fight going on between these two. Mick Schumacher's gained on us 1.8 seconds. He just pretty much got out of this fight. But also I think Mick's on, what's he on? Hards that are not completely worn out and destroyed. .138, we're like 2 seconds off. Realistically, we are like 2 seconds off. Oh! Kevin Magnussen uses DRS to get past us. Daniel Ricciardo tries.
Haas with an overtake.
Daniel Ricciardo tried it, but didn't really get anywhere. Stroll doing. How is Stroll doing? I was about to say he's a minute off. No, he's not. He's just the leader.
Struggling with tyres.
Copy that.
Is it working what we're doing?
Yeah, so good. 1.3 seconds off. We should be good. We're going to be coming in, I'd say lap 27, I reckon. That's what I said, wasn't it? Yeah, I said 27, 28-ish. So maybe we could do another 2 laps, I reckon. We could potentially do another 2 laps. We are the only driver on the grid not to make a pit stop yet, but I think most people could be doing a 2 stop. We're doing a very aggressive 1 stop. Which might come back to bite us in the foot. Which admittedly might come back to bite us in the foot, this really aggressive 1 stop, but
So we're happy to let these tyres cool a bit.
Copy.
send, defend it. No, Ricciardo's literally just got us with the RS. Oh, fucking hell. Lando's joined the fight. This fight is now,
With a great overtake.
it's now the fight for 13th that Lando's just, at some point Lando's just joined. At some point Lando's just joined
Just need
it.
to charge up.
Copy.
Stroll hasn't really joined it. Stroll's not really fighting anyone. Stroll hasn't fought many people this entire race. He had a bit of a fight with Yuki, but it didn't really go in, didn't really transition into anything. Oh! Tsunoda goes for it. Both Tsunoda and Guan Yu Zhou go for it. Guan Yu Zhou gets it. Both Tsunoda and Guan Yu Zhou both went for it. Guan Yu Zhou gets the overtake on us. As Tsunoda was trying to look around the outside of us, Guan Yu Zhou actually gets it. Yuki Tsunoda again just uses DRS to overtake us.
Come on.
Vettel did a really good job there.
Gains for AlphaTauri.
He held that DRS train up for a good 15 or so laps. You know, he's held a good DRS train for a long time, but it just didn't really sort of... Lando now just using DRS to come around the outside of us, Lando does. Let's put him in for his fresh set of hards. Apparently those aren't fresh. Pit this lap, come on.
Box.
McLaren gain a position.
Jeez!
You can stop, lift and coast.
Copy.
Tsunoda, he's just going to run a bit past us now, he's a bit ahead of us now. Stroll's doing a pretty good job on their mediums. Didn't really fight anyone. Did a pretty good job on the medium with this Stroll. Stroll kind of really isn't at the fight with anyone. I mean, Alex Albon's slowly catching the Stroll, but not massively. Stroll's just kind of... Stroll's race today has just been racing himself, really. Norris, he's still only points. He's still in DRS range, but yeah.
Pit lane.
In comes Sebastian Vettel for his
Sebastian,
pit stop.
Make sure you get your pit limiter as you come in the pit lane.
In comes Sebastian Vettel, lap 28, here comes Seb for his pit stop. .2.8, it was slower than Stroll, but that was okay. It wasn't massively terrible. Also, Vettel is now, well, he's catastrophically behind everybody. He's like 6 seconds behind Latifi, but Latifi's gonna have to stop, along with Albon. Norris is gonna have to stop again, because his hard tyres are gonna flop off long before the end of the race. Most people are gonna have to make a second stop. Whereas we could pretty much just go to the end. Most people are gonna have to make a second stop. We could just go straight to the end. Most people are going to have to make their second stop. We won't. We can just go to the end. There are quite a few people making a second stop. Gage, you can just see in the background. There's a first place fight going on behind us. Verstappen and Carlos Sainz fighting each other with DRS there. Verstappen and Carlos Sainz are fighting each other with DRS round the corners. And Carlos Sainz, who has the fastest lap of the race, takes the lead of the race. The Williams, it sort of gains on us through like the DRS zones, but then kind of not in DRS zones, it kind of just flops off a bit. I think P17 got controls. Oh no, he's locked it up. He's had a lock up. Alex Albon is now within DRS range.
Oh, big lock up there.
He's just lost control of the car going around the outside. That's put Alex Albon within DRS range of Stroll. Coming into DRS zone, that's... We were kind of holding up until he locked up going around the corner there.
Defend.
Stroll's had a few lockups in race. Vettel's not had any yet. Vettel's just kind of... Oh, Alex Albon gets him. Yep, Alex Albon gets him.
Still a lot to play for. Used energy.
Go on, you can still get him. Go on, Stroll, you can still get him.
That's it.
Oh, hello. I've been managing Stroll. Here. Sebastian Vettel, at some point, has overtaken Nicholas Latifi. I don't know when that happened. Deploy.
We need to charge it.
Yeah, copy.
Here's the
And there we go.
Let's have a look.
Lance
here.
Stroll,
This
he's
was the
overtaken
Aston
Alex Albon with a bit of DRS. And says, thank you very much, Alex. I'll be having the
Moving
position
up a
back.
place there.
Thank you very
Excellent work
much.
from them.
Alex Albon just says, thank you very much. I'll take that with...
Use energy if you need it. Use energy.
Let's take a closer look. Now
And
let's
whilst I
look,
looked at
we're
that-
watching Nicholas Latifi.
Latifi just comes round, literally comes round and overtakes us. In the background, Carlos Sainz actually defends really well against Max Verstappen there. But Vettel just comes round the outside and re-overtakes Nicholas Latifi.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place. Let's see what happened there. So this
With
is the Aston
DRS
Martin.
again, uses the DRS, comes around the outside of Latifi and just gets him.
Gaining a position there. Oh, they make it look so easy.
And the team seem very happy with the fact that Vettel overtaking Latifi there. If you could just defend a moment, Stroll. Vettel's still pushing on fuel. When did I make you push on fuel? Why are you still pushing on fuel?
All okay on fuel, so you can do what you want for speed.
Yeah.
I might maybe have to make Vettel... How's he looking? He's 1.6 seconds ahead of Latifi now. I'll get him to conserve fuel a little bit.
So Sebastian, we are all okay on fuel. All okay on fuel, so you can do what you want for speed.
Copy.
Defend it. Defend, Stroll. Defend. Defend.
Anything I can do?
And a new position just gained by Williams. Let's take a look at the replay. Now we see the Williams here.
What did Latifi do? Did he have DRS? No, he's literally...
Gaining a position there. They make it look so easy.
Oh, he's you... Oh, cheeky.
That's going to be a big blow to the team.
Cheeky.
Will they be able to recover?
That's cheeky. Vettel had pulled over to the side because he was a back marker. So he pulled over to the side to let the Red Bull.
Let's have a look. Now
The
watch
Red Bull and the
this.
Ferrari
Here's
through,
the
and he's just
moment
cheekily
involving
overtaking
Albon.
him. Cheeky. And Alex Albon uses the DRS to overtake Stroll. Cheeky, Latifi, cheeky. That's a bit cheeky, actually. But Fernando, but here goes Sebastian Vettel, gets a great overtake. Uses DRS just to cleanly get the overtake on him. Lance Stroll goes round.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Overtake. Overtake Stroll. Overtake.
Yeah.
There we go. There goes Stroll round the outside of... Now, how's Stroll doing? What's your... That's the wrong button. Around lap 40... 24% wear on your soft compound. Why are you going to use... Do you not have any, like, new softs? Does he not have any new... He doesn't have any new softs, which is interesting. Do you not have any new softs? That's... Does Stroll not have a new set of used softs? Like, does he not have a new set? It's just this massively used set. Is it just a massively used set of softs? Is it just a massively used set of softs? That's annoying. That's really annoying. Maybe do I want to go 2 mediums then? Do I go 2 mediums then? Because those softs are... They're not going to be helping anyone, and they're not even going to make it to the end of the race. Maybe I do 2 mediums. Just because those softs aren't helping anyone. 24%? 24% tyre wear left on them. Those softs are at a point where they're not helping anyone. They're helping nobody, those softs. Those soft tyres ain't going to help nobody. I think I'm going to chuck on a set of mediums actually. You can do a double medium set to finish the race on 2 sets of mediums. Because those softs are helping absolutely nobody. Those softs are helping absolutely no one at their current tyre wear. $60% tyre wear on those mediums. That might be okay. Oh, you don't. Oh, fighting each other, fighting it. Stroll using a bit of DRS, doesn't quite get the overtake.
Here's the replay. Now we see the Williams here.
Just uses DRS and cleanly gets us around the corner. Stroll does a great job trying to defend it. But ultimately, Alex Albon does keep the position.
Moving ahead of the other driver.
He just did a very clean job there, did Albon. Didn't plan on changing the strategy, it must be said, but the strategy just didn't. I felt like it needed to be changed. Go on then, Stroll. We're coming into DRS zones again, Stroll. I think you can get it. Carlos Sainz and Verstappen are really the only two fighting it because Perez is 17 seconds behind.
You're doing a good job.
Hamilton is just... Well, he's not really racing many people. He's kind of...
With a great play there.
I guess he's got a little bit of Alonso. George Russell's fighting Bottas. Leclerc's fighting absolutely nobody in 4th place. Perez is fighting nobody because Leclerc's 5 seconds behind him. And he's 17 seconds behind Verstappen. But Verstappen and Carlos Sainz have been fighting each other now for a good 20 odd at least 30 laps. They've pretty much just gone completely miles away from everybody and they are literally just fighting everyone. Latifi tries to come round on Vettel, but Vettel holds him off. And Stroll holds off Albon. Vettel is 12 seconds off Albon, but we do know Albon has to stop again, whereas Vettel doesn't. Leclerc's gained something on Perez, but it's not a whole large amount. Let's just speed up a little, but just make sure we can keep him behind, keep him behind. Keep him behind you, good boy Stroll, good boy. Stroll tries to, oh, there goes. Alex Albon just used the DRS, goes round us.
And there's an overtake from Williams. We can take a look now. Now watch
Vettel
this.
just...
Here's the moment involving Albon.
We've had to back markers again. Those two are like fucking laps ahead.
And they get past, which moves them up a position.
Those two are like laps. How many laps ahead of you?
The
You're like
team are
miles
really
ahead.
disappointed with that.
It's fine. It's DRS. It's all good. How many laps ahead of you? Vettel and Latifi are a lap behind them. Vettel was literally point. Oh god, look how close Vettel was to just being behind Latifi on lap times. Jeez.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position. Let's take a closer look.
Lance Stroll
this
gets
is the
it.
Aston Martin.
Nice amount of DRS. Nice DRS overtake on Alex Albon. Very nice.
And a new position just gained by Williams. Let's see what happened there. Now we see
Damn.
the Williams here.
DRS for Alex Albon just cleanly gets us.
And there they go, moving up.
Just clean DRS overtake there from Stroll. That was kind of got the t-shirt
Keep
company.
doing what you do.
Stroll re-overtakes Alex Albon with DRS. And Latifi uses DRS to overtake Vettel, but then Vettel just immediately gets him back around the corner. There goes Vettel. Tries to go for him around the corner. What? He gets him. Clean, solid overtake around the corner. That is a clean, solid overtake around the corner from Sebastian Vettel.
Let's take a look at
Absolutely
the replay.
clean.
Taking a look again, it involves Sebastian Vettel.
Absolutely clean. Just goes around the outside, around the corner and gets
Gaining
him.
a position there. They make it look so easy.
Absolutely clean.
The driver's team there cheering them on.
Clean overtake there. Absolutely clean. Clean overtake Stroll. Sebastian Vettel's going to hold off. Nicholas Latifi with DRS very nicely. And Lance Stroll's done a pretty good job of holding off Alex Albon. Is Latifi going to have to stop again? Yeah, he will. Latifi's going to have to stop again. Whereas Vettel doesn't quite have to stop. Latifi's going to stop again. Vettel won't. Vettel's doing a very good job of, Vettel's doing a very good job on keeping his tyres. Ooh. Any closer, Latifi, you'd have crashed into the back of me in a minute. Latifi's almost crashed in the back of us, but we're doing a good job of holding off the Williams. Which is kind of what we're expected to be fighting. For the first few races of the season, we're kind of expected to be fighting the Williams. Until we get some upgrades in, the Williams is where I think we'll be fighting for a while. Clean overtake from Alex Albon, just uses DRS.
Stay cool, man. You're doing a good job.
It's okay. Just a nice bit of clean DRS.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Latifi's dropped off. What's happened to Latifi? What happened to Latifi? He's just dropped off. I think he just kind of got a bit caught by the back markers and just dropped off a little bit. And there goes Lance Stroll, just come back to him after looking.
Doing a good job.
Lance Stroll gets a nice overtake on Alex Albon very nicely. Clean amount of
Aston Martin
DRS.
with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Clean amount of DRS. Guan Yu Zhou's just almost out of the points. Don't see him getting many points today, if any. He's like 13 seconds behind Esteban Ocon, who's quite a large amount behind his teammate Alonso, and Alonso is fighting Hamilton and Pierre Gasly for some early points. George Russell still fighting Valtteri Bottas for 5th place. Leclerc, he has caught up to Sergio Perez. Leclerc's caught up to Sergio Perez, but Perez has just lost a lot of time to Verstappen and Sainz. He's like,
just gained by Williams. Here's
did
the
he have DRS?
Now,
What happened?
See the Williams here.
Yep, DRS for Alex Albon, comes around the outside of Stroll and gets him. Stroll did a good job of trying to defend, but just couldn't really. Ricciardo and Mick Schumacher are in the pits, along with Verstappen. Verstappen's pit. He's still going to come out in second though, ahead of Leclerc. Ooh, at some point Leclerc got an overtake on Perez. Leclerc did a pretty good job of gaining a 7-second deficit.
You did a good job.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
There's Verstappen just behind us. We don't know why it's an overtake failed, mate. I don't think it matters if you overtake Verstappen. Verstappen's the back marker.
Do what you can to keep the tyres cool.
Yep.
I mean, we can use Verstappen as like a DRS trainer. I suppose we could not overtake Verstappen, but use him as like a DRS sort of train. Just to gain some DRS, and we could use Verstappen to try and gain time to Stroll, potentially. The Williams of Alex Albon is continuing on. We're going to continue on. Oh, he's got the DRS. We've also got DRS. Alex Albon might go a lap longer than us. Maybe.
Good job.
Because we're coming in on lap 33. Jeez, Ricciardo's a lap behind. Carlos Sainz and Max Verstappen are just on different levels today. Although, Latifi's run wide. Latifi's not had a great job. Leclerc. He's not quite fighting Verstappen, but he's only 4 seconds behind. I mean, he's still going to have to pit again, but he's caught up quite a bit. Ooh.
Tires are dropping a lot.
Yeah, copy that.
How many laps am I going to get on these?
We'll do one more.
What?
Carlos Sainz goes into the pit now. What's Alex Albon going to do? Is he going to come in? He is. Alex Albon goes into the pits. Wait. What? Wait, what? Wait, what? 100%? I swear when I looked at that earlier it said those... Huh? Wait, what? 100%? I swear when I looked at that earlier it said those tyres were on like 29% or something, not 100%. Wait, what? Okay, fine, we'll go back on softs then, fuck it. I swear that said they're on 29%. I swear. I said they're on 29%. The fuck? Let's just pit.
Box, box.
Okay, I'm happy to box.
What's Alex Albon going to come out on? Alex Albon comes out on a soft compound. Latifi's on a soft, but he's like 25 seconds behind. Fernando Alonso, he's overtaken Max Verstappen. He's overtaking Max Verstappen. I don't... Vettel's just having a nice weird fight with... Oh, there's... Why are you fighting? You fighting Verstappen? Or Perez? I think... Yeah, you're... Weirdly he's fighting Perez. I don't know why. Lando's kind of gaining on us, but I don't necessarily think that matters because we're pitting anyway. In comes Lance Stroll. I'd like a good clean stop, lads. Good clean stop. I want a good clean stop, lads. Good clean stop. Good, solid, clean stop. 2.8. That's not bad. That's not bad. Alex Albon 8 seconds behind. Do we come out ahead of Alex Albon? We do. Not by much, but we do. We don't come out ahead of him by much, but we do come out ahead of Alex Albon by a few hairs of a second. George Russell there sitting in P5. Pierre Gasly has the fastest lap of the race. What is Pierre Gasly even on? He's on soft tyres and he's in a fight with Alonso and Hamilton for 7th place, and he has the fastest lap of the race.
Rears are hot.
Okay, okay.
Stroll's got a bit of fuel left. He can push on some fuel, I reckon. Alex Albon's flopped off as well. What happened to him?
Copy.
Stroll can push on a bit of fuel, I reckon. Stroll can have a little bit of push on some fuel. There you go. Right, the balanced.
Save fuel, save fuel.
Copy.
We just need to charge up.
How long have you been...
Copy.
How long has Vettel been deployed for? How long has Sebastian Vettel been deploying for? Vettel's 8 seconds behind Alonso. No, Alonso. He's 8 seconds behind Norris at this point, Vettel. Vettel is like quite a ways off Lando. Stroll is 2 seconds away from Alex Albon.
Oh, did someone run wide there?
Kevin Magnussen's only one stop. He's got to stop again because his tyres are really starting to go. Sebastian Vettel is slower than his last one. Stroll's a bit slower as well. It's not been the best race for us, but, it's the first race of the season. We have no upgrades on the car. We're using the base Aston Martin car. And we are kind of where Aston Martin were around Bahrain. Anyway. I mean, Vettel scraped off quite a few more points than Stroll has anyway. Vettel is 10 seconds behind Yuki because Lando's got an overtake on Yuki at some point. For quite a lot of this race, Stroll, he's not really fought anyway. He fought, and then he sort of got to Williams where he fought Alex Albon for a good 20 odd laps, and Alex Albon has caught up a bit to Stroll, so that fight might be about to come back again. I think at this point Vettel's pretty much confirmed P17. Unless he has a massive mare where his engine light goes or something. I think he's pretty much got P17 down and nailed. Stroll could have P18 if he just keeps Alex Albon behind him, which he's doing a very good job of. Because Alex Albon's kind of like 2.5 seconds, 2.3 seconds-ish behind. And every DRS zone, he's getting DRS off the Ferrari. Of Charles Leclerc to keep him.
Oh, they've run wide.
Oh, Vettel's had a bit of a wide run moment. What's he done?
Again, it involves Sebastian Vettel and they've gone wide. Way wide.
That could have been a lot worse than it was. He didn't spin it or anything, he just slightly lost it.
They'll be questioning just what happened out there.
I think his rear tyre just slightly slipped out for Vettel. He's still 12, he's only like 6 seconds behind Stroll now. Alex Albon's now 3 seconds behind. Stroll's doing a pretty decent job of just extending distance between him and Albon with the DRS he's getting off the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. Who's kind of converted his pole position today into madly behind Verstappen.
I think we've had a car run wide.
Got loads of energy.
Copy.
fighting anyone, really. Nobody really around Vettel. Stroll.
Use energy if you need it.
I've already a Stroll.
Okay.
I was like 5 seconds behind. I'll just get Vettel to push for a little while, realistically. I'll just get Vettel pushing for a little while, I reckon. Evan Magnussen goes into the pits for his second stop. Latifi, Albon, Stroll, Vettel, Norris, Tsunoda, Magnussen and Mick Schumacher all a lap behind. Guan Yu Zhou and Ricciardo are almost a lap behind. Vettel was I'm the only one doing a one stop apparently. Yeah, we're the only one doing, that was the only one doing an aggressive one stop.
Sounds like someone's locked up. Let's take a closer
Oh,
look. Now,
Hamilton's
just
had a
watch
lock
the
up.
Mercedes here.
He's still
That
fighting the
lockup could have cost
Alpine.
them dearly.
He was still fighting, oh, right in the DRS, so he's going to be out of DRS
That
range now, Hamilton
was
is.
a bitter blow for the team, and it may have really hurt their overall chances.
Toto's not going to be happy with that one. Yeah, he's out of DRS range now. He's 5-8 for Alonso. Gasly's kind of gone off a bit. Russell's still...
Get the
not
tyres
really
down.
fighting. He's kind of still fighting a little bit. Bottas, but Bottas is just out of DRS range. Leclerc's just, at this point, just racing the lapped cars. At this point, Leclerc's just kind of racing lapped cars. He's so far ahead. Leclerc's not really racing anyone at this point. He's kind of racing the lapped cars at this point. You doing your harvesting? Could you harvest some ERS, please? You just harvest ERS. How far behind is Albon? Albon's pretty far behind. Albon's pretty far behind. He's not. He's gained on us a little bit, but not necessarily a crazy amount. Here comes Sebastian Vettel's kinda... Sebastian Vettel, I feel like today's just had a good solid race. He's really made the two-stop he's made the two-stop strategy really work around here today. He's made the two-stop strategy really work today, I feel. He's done a good job today making that two-stop really kind of work for him.
Drop back a bit.
He's done a good job making a two-stop work today. Because the track temperature is a bit high, it's like 31.5 degrees? It's like 31 degrees at track temperature, so he's done a very good job making the two-stop, you know, the one-stop work. He is the only driver to do it, and he is like 2 seconds off Stroll and 21 seconds off Tsunoda, and Stroll is kind of gaining on him, but Stroll is on soft tyres. I'm going to get Vettel if Stroll does get behind him. Because I do think Stroll's going to get behind him at some point. I'm going to tell him not to... When Stroll gets to him, I'm just going to say, hey, once Stroll's in DRS range of you, just let him go. Just like, once Stroll's in DRS range, you just let him go. There's no point trying to fight Stroll. There's not much point trying to fight Lance. I want a set of faster tyres anyway. But you can hold Alex Albon back. You can keep Alex Albon at a vague. Yeah, you're right, you can try and keep the Williams fight. But honestly, Stroll was on fast tyres and he was catching you. That was the best decision to do in that situation. Just because Stroll's tyres were faster. Just because Stroll's tyres were faster, that was a good decision to do.
And there's an overtake from Williams. Let's see what happened there. Now,
What
you
happened?
see the Williams here.
With a bit of DRS down the main straight, Alex Albon gets it done on Sebastian Vettel. But at 53, Vettel is still within DRS range.
6 laps.
Vettel can get in with DRS and a bit of overtaking, hopefully. Come on, Vettel. Ooh, he did a very good job, did Lance. He did a very good job there, Alex Albon, keeping his position.
Struggling with tyres.
Copy that.
Is it working what we're doing?
Not entirely sure. We've gone aggressive with you, Vettel. We'll see how it goes. We have gone aggressive with you.
Rears are hot.
Okay.
It was an aggressive strategy we done with Vettel, but you know, we're about to be lapped by George Russell and Valtteri Bottas, who are still fighting each other. They've really been fighting each other for quite a few laps now. Alex Albon's kind of gotten a little bit ahead of Sebastian Vettel there. Like 2 seconds. 3.
5 to go.
5 laps remaining. Well, Latifi, I think he's pretty much just confirmed to finish last. Like, there's nothing Latifi can do that can make him win the race. Brand new Joe is now a lap behind, fighting Ricciardo for 11th place. Max Verstappen is about 2.3 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. Leclerc's still racing himself here. Leclerc's still genuinely just racing himself. He's 27 seconds behind Verstappen, and Perez is 37 seconds behind Leclerc. So, you know, he's still kind of just racing himself. Like, he is 24 seconds behind Verstappen, 10 seconds ahead of Perez. He's just racing himself, really. Russell's about 4 seconds behind Perez, and Bottas is very much been on his tail this entire race. Hamilton's not really caught up to Alonso as much. He kind of locked up, and he's not really caught back up to the Pierre Gasly for Fernando Alonso fight.
That's 4 to go.
I think Leclerc at this point, Leclerc's pretty much confirmed P3. Leclerc's just pretty much confirmed P3 at this point, I feel like. He's kind of just racing himself, to be honest. Something Lance Stroll's done for quite a few laps in his race. But, first race of the season, Carlos Sainz so far leads the way. Penultimate lap of the Grand Prix. Fernando Alonso and Yuki Tsunoda still fighting. And Sebastian Vettel is caught up to that race. He's done a good job. He's caught up to them.
Be 3 to go.
There we go. Vettel is just kind of... I think he's now confirmed P19 really. The last lap of the Grand Prix, and Carlos Sainz leads the way by 4.4 seconds to Max Verstappen. Unless Carlos Sainz has a massive lockup in the final lap, I think we might have our race winner in Carlos Sainz. Unless he has a lockup, I think he's got the race won. Verstappen, I think he's pretty much confirmed P2 unless he crashes out. I think he's pretty much confirmed P2 because Leclerc is very far behind. Perez is quite a bit behind. Bottas has overtaken George Russell. George could get him with DRS because 2 more DRS zones.
This will be last lap.
George Russell, oh, just clinches P6. so far as he goes on to his final lap. He goes on to his final lap, he does. Carlos Sainz hasn't locked up. He's had a solid race. Started in third and comes home to win the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Tires are dropping.
You'll be fine, Sean.
Copy that.
It's the final lap, you'll be good.
How many laps am I going to get on these?
Let's take a look at the replay. There we go.
And there we
It's
go.
a win for Sainz.
Carlos Sainz takes it.
All credit to the team for the car they've put together. But without that incredible and consistent driving, it'd all be for nothing.
Carlos Sainz has had a very good race today. Very good race. Clean, solid, went from third. Straight up to first. He's held first for quite a large number of laps. Lance Stroll nearing the end of the race. Seven seconds off Lando, jeez. You'll be fine, Vettel, you'll be fine, there's no need to pit. Not on the last corner, that's a waste of time. Who's pitting on the last corner? Bottas. Oh, Russell was close to getting him. Look how close that was. He was like inches off. But in the end, we confirm ourselves P17 and P19. Wasn't the best race, but it wasn't the best race, but it was alright. It was a decent enough race today. The race was decent. The race was okay. It was the first race of the season. We didn't have much to do today. You know, points wise, out of the
A
question.
solid performance there from Lance Stroll.
But it was decent. First race of the season, no real upgrades to the
Aston
car. It was
Martin had
decent.
a good enough weekend, but there's still some margin for improvement here.
They are a solid team and will be looking to solve their issues. Hopefully, we'll start seeing stronger results from them soon.
With the race wrapped up, the team is ranked in 9th in the constructor standings.
The teams now look ahead to the next round, where they'll duel it out in the sand dunes of Saudi Arabia.
The Saudi Arabian Grand Prix comes up next time. As Carlos Sainz not only takes the race win, but fastest lap and the lead of the championship. Ferrari are also leading the way in the constructors title. It's then closely followed by Red Bull, Alfa Romeo and Mercedes share the same points, so it looks like Alfa and Mercedes could be fighting out this season potentially. Because Bottas did fight George for quite a few large number of laps. Lewis comes home to limp his way to 2 points. So far, after the first race of the season, it very much looks like George is the lead man at Mercedes. And Carlos Sainz could be the lead man at Ferrari,
The team
potentially.
drivers gain experience over each race weekend, depending on their performance. With enough experience, your drivers will be able to improve their skills.
Oh. Okay. Vettel gained 311 experience. Stroll gained 681. We got 3.5 mil from our sponsors. I'll take that. I'll take 3.5 mil from our sponsors. That wasn't the world's greatest race, but
Congratulations on completing the first race weekend of the season. The team's outcome will have had an effect on board confidence levels. You can see their response in more detail in the board menu, but there's plenty of time for that to change over the season.
the board confidence is currently medium. I mean, we are kind of down on our season objective after one race, but
Take
that's
a look at
okay.
what you can be doing before the next race weekend gets here. Our time is precious, and these moments between races are a good point to develop our team further.
Yes, it
You
is.
should have an email from the engineering team over in the warehouse. Check it out. It might be something interesting.
What? What might be interesting? Hello? An email, what's this? So, Chris Goran... Database in the Bahrain Grand Prix. Okay. You've updated large strolls. His growth potential is average, but aggression is high. Growth potential on Vettel is low. Okay, he's an older driver. Oh, it's kind of clever actually. We've got...
It looks like the engineering team have just finished manufacturing a car part. It's a suspension system, one the team designed earlier.
Oh. Oh, okay. They designed a suspension. When did you do this?
Improving our cars is a constant process. The other teams won't be taking it easy, and having a cutting-edge car is vital if we want to stay competitive against our rivals.
Okay.
New car parts are initially designed by the team. They can then be manufactured and installed on either car. This suspension has already been manufactured, so we just need to install it. To do this, head over to the car warehouse.
Okay. Post-race interview. The team aren't very... The board aren't very happy we had a bad race.
From the cars area, you can manage everything relating to the cars and their build. From car analysis to car parts to new development projects.
I think we were just a bit slow, to be honest, around the track, really. Cars. Each team has 2 cars, la-di-da. Continuous development
Uninstalled
cars.
car parts are stored in the warehouse, including our newly manufactured suspension. We might be able to use it to improve one of our current car setups.
Okay. Car part installation.
Here at the warehouse.
Sorry, I just skipped you, love. I didn't mean to. You were saying something about the warehouse. I assume you can just click on all the parts and then use them. Yeah, okay. So like, each bit gets stored here. Fair enough. Cool.
Right. All the available suspension designs are here to look through. Notice how both cars currently have the same suspension design installed. Check
Ah.
the new design at the top of the list. As each car can only have one suspension fitted, you'll want to check the stats of the new design to see if it's worth replacing the old one.
Car performance. Performance attributes and car analysis. Make sure things are good enough.
Take the time here to compare the two designs. You may also want to pay attention to the stats that are crucial for the next race, and see which suspension is more suitable for that circuit. Looks like this new design only has positive impacts on the car. That's great news. We only have one copy of this suspension at the moment, so you need to decide which car to install it on.
Okay, well... Okay.
Select the new suspension design and get it installed. Can't wait to see this in action on the race weekend.
So we'll put it on... Okay, so we'll install it on car 1 for just
Great
now.
work. That's the new suspension fitted. If you want to have more copies of this design manufactured, you can do so from here. Just remember those F1 mandated spending caps, the official limit on how much we can spend on car development and improvement each season. If
Okay,
you don't want
cool.
the team to manufacture anything right now, we should probably head back.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll manufacture another one of them. We want to make 2. We could make 2 of those, but rush them to get it done. Because then it means if someone breaks the suspension, we've got one. We can put one on Lance's car, but we'll have one sort of in the as a backup, so that if something happens around the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, then we have got a backup, which I think could be good. Yeah, we'll go with that.
That's
go with that.
You've installed the new suspension, and the new design project you kicked off before the race weekend is still in progress.
Yay!
You're pretty much ready to handle things yourself now. Our staff and facilities have a significant impact on
dear.
the team's performance. When you get a chance, you should check these areas out on your own. If you ever find yourself needing any further information, don't forget you can use the help function for guidance.
Okay.
I need to head back over to aerodynamics. I'll be in touch again now and then. And I'm looking forward to the team thriving with you at the helm.
Okay, thanks, love. So, going into the first round of practice, our suspension system will be able to make a stick that on large Stroll's car and have 2 suspension systems, which could be pretty good. The other suspension system won't be finished, but that's fine. We're looking pretty good. And then going into the Australian Grand Prix, we're going to have side pods are going to be built. Side pods will be built and the rear wing will be built. So we can get those built, we'll get them on one car, and then we can kind of vaguely just... So once they're built, we can just manufacture new ones. Because designing only gives us one, and manufacturing gives us multiple, but that wasn't... It was an okay first start.